here we go. This game is a little buggy, so it takes some time to actually get into it. Does my mouse stay in the window? Yes, it does. Alright. So, I'm gonna try to finish the game today as hard as I can possibly can, within reason. So where were we? I wish I could have a little summary of the events so far. That would be nice.
Nina.
Charlie, how can I help?
So this conspiracy we're talking about, is it like a good one or the kind of murderous one?
This plot of yours.
You want to bring down Central.
You want to bring down Central. You realize how crazy that sounds, right? You helped make it.
Yes, and no. To everyone else here, Central is an obstacle that needs removing. I wish to liberate Central, to unlock its full potential.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, Lord, you don't mean.
You and I alone understand what it's capable of. I want greater things for it than mere civic management.
What does that even mean? That sounds like you want it to be a Terminator. Okay, what do you get out of it?
What's in it for you? There must be some kind of payoff.
Is it so unbelievable that I'd be doing something for the greater good of mankind?
Yes, I know you.
You knew me 20 years ago. I've had quite an epiphany since then.
I'll believe it when I see it. How would you liberate Central? What does that even mean?
I've spent the last 20 years researching Central's development. I've built up a network of contacts and I've done a lot of favors. Everything I need is available and moving into place.
But how?
Leave that to me. For now, just understand that we can help each other. Help me out and I'll get you all the aid you need with your legacy.
My legacy. Okay, so we got Councilman Imogen, Rand Showman, Stepford. I don't really care about him. Who's this guy?
Ran Shuman. Chinese?
Nearly. Greater Han Republic. Mr. Ran operates one of the largest manufacturing dynasties in Asia.
Completely putting aside his politics, of course.
Of course. If I need something made, I speak to Mr. Ran. Trust me, this project needs a lot of specialized capital.
We'll see how nice he is if you get your way and get Central out of the picture.
Yeah, that seems like... So that's basically China, right? It seems like if Central's out of the picture, then it's invasion time. What about Imogen?
So, Imogen something something.
Imogen Natalia
Oh, boy.
Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
Yeah. How is someone like that on your team?
I know you're probably not up to date on these things, but she's a celebrity. And besides, we go back a long way.
You're using her then?
Charlie, I'm hurt. Does that sound like something
Yes.
I'd do?
Yes.
Well, I can assure you, she's not here for her personality. She volunteered her assistance in any capacity she could offer.
Alright, what about the councilman?
You got a city councilor on your side.
Councillor Dean is a good man. He objects to the gradual encroachment Central has made on Newton's governance.
Do you trust him?
More than anyone else here. He may be a politician, but his goals are noble.
Can you be sure?
The governor in his brain's a good start. He's physically incapable of deceit.
Huh.
Plus, he's got a whole lot of enemies.
So, a sign that he's tried to change something.
A modern-day Woodrow Wilson.
So if he has a governor in his brain, that means that he's a former criminal? Is that how it works? I don't know.
Stepford's an unusual man, isn't he?
Yes.
That's one way of putting it. Don't discount him, though. He's smarter than he looks.
I get the feeling a lot of his behaviors and act constructed.
You have no idea how close you are with that. He's the one who found where your embryo snatcher's hiding, though.
He's a hacker?
You might say he has a mutual understanding with data systems.
He's a robot. I guess I asked about everybody, right? Yeah.
Let's change the subject.
The restaurant.
I've never heard of this place before.
Oh, it's very exclusive.
Very
We've reserved the
exclusive.
entire venue for this meeting. It's famous among circles of the rich and famous for discretion and its unique
You can
menu.
eat elephants here.
What is it? Italian?
Actually, the choice is mostly
Ugh.
human.
I don't want to eat here.
How did you know to come looking for me? Were you spying on me? On Lao?
You wound me, Charlie. In fact, it was Gil's untimely demise that caught our attention.
Gil Vanderwall?
He was one of us, part of our cause as well. His death is unfortunate, but it signaled a much more serious crisis. It meant that we had to step up the timetable for our plan.
A more serious crisis.
Gil was the one who arranged the employment of a certain mind-jacker. It was this thief's memory module that led to Gil's death.
Huh. He said he had information about it.
Indeed, he likely would have pointed you in the right direction. If he hadn't, well, I've already read the report you submitted to Central.
Hey.
The restaurant serves people.
This restaurant serves people?
Absolutely. It's quite a niche, isn't it?
It's...
Oh, calm down, Charlie. It's all cloned tissue. Nothing illegal's taking place. Well, not with the food, at least.
That sounds even more
why
illegal.
would anyone?
In an increasingly permissive world, it's the ultimate taboo. Join us if you want to, Charlie. Don't worry, I shan't judge you.
It's been a while.
You look well.
Thank you, Charlie. The private sector's been good to me. How have you been holding up?
I'd tell you, but I'm sure you've already done your research.
Apparently you still haven't gotten over Vicky.
You don't just get over something like that.
So what are you up to these days?
What are you into these days? It's not organized crime, is it?
Not directly, no. Mostly I troubleshoot for clients regarding organic
disorganized
computing.
crime.
It funds my own projects, one of which is the transmitter you drank.
How long is it going to be in my head?
Don't worry, it'll break down in a couple of weeks.
It's giving me a headache.
Nobody's reported side effects like that yet.
I'm not talking about the wetware.
Oh, ha. Droll as ever.
You and Vargas.
I'm surprised you didn't stay on with Dr. Vargas. You were one of the only ones who stayed on to the end of the project.
Creating Central was one of the most rewarding ventures of my life.
I hear you kept the project on track after Vicky.
After we lost half the team, it was hard, but we persisted. We had a lucky break.
You didn't fancy joining Vargas in politics afterwards, then?
As a glorified caretaker? No. Eduardo and I had philosophical differences about Central's development. But as he was put in charge by the city council, I had to accept it or leave.
And now, you plan to take back what you created.
Precisely.
This is just all the people, right?
This plot of yours.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's change the subject.
Well, thanks for all the help, I guess.
I guess I should thank you. You were a lot of help in the factory.
Don't mention it. What are friends for, after all?
Huh. Of course, now I'm indebted to you for the assistance, aren't I?
Well, if you want to put it like that.
That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
Good evening, Miss...
Dame Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
yeah,
I'm a
that.
dame.
You may call me Imogen, darling.
What do you actually do?
If you don't mind my saying, you don't look like any conspirator I've ever seen before.
Thank you, darling. It's my own unique style.
I'm sure Nina's got a use for everyone here. What part are you playing in her plan?
All we ever do in life is play a role, Dr. Regis. I promised I would assist her when she required. And thus, here I am.
Not as heavy muscle, I guess.
I am very good at networking, Dr. Regis. I taught her everything she knows about it. I lend credibility to her mission with my very presence.
So, why?
I could understand why some people would want Central removed. The kinds of folks who see it as an obstacle to their work. But what good would it do a celebrity like yourself?
You think in such cynical terms, Dr. Regis. It benefits me because it benefits dear Nina.
You're doing this out of altruism?
Is that so surprising, Dr. Regis?
Frankly, it is.
Okay, Nina.
Do you know Dr. Jong?
Of course, darling.
You go back a long way?
One might say that. We were lovers,
Ooh.
Dr. Regis.
Oh,
My, they said you came from backwards parts, but I hadn't quite expected a display like this.
Forgive me, Miss Flores. I just find it hard to picture Dr. Jong loving anything.
We were close.
Yeah.
Close enough that I came to her aid now that she needs it.
And Gil?
You knew Gil Vanderwall as well?
Only within this gathering. I had no use for his services in talent acquisition.
What do
You mean
run a
facilitating
brothel or
criminal
something?
skills with buyers.
Indeed, his history in the underworld sounded so thrilling. But personally, he was so dull. Everything was business to him. That husband of his, on the other hand,
I take a bite out of that human flesh. Your background.
So I hear you're a
Got that covered.
celebrity?
Oh, Dr. Regis, such an understatement.
You'll have to forgive me, Miss Flores. I'm not big on pop culture.
How refreshing. It's such a shame what the net's doing to the young of today. Though if it wasn't, I wouldn't have nearly the profile I do.
So, what do you do exactly?
I come from a wide background of European nobility. But I can do anything that's asked of me, my dear. Music, talent contests, endorsements.
So essentially, you're famous for being famous?
Precisely. Though much of the work is so tiresome,
Oh my
darling.
God.
I delegate a great deal to simulations, lookalikes, and synthetics.
So tiring. It's so tiring I just have other people do it.
Were you aware this restaurant serves human meat?
It's a giddy thrill, isn't it? Have you seen their celebrity selection?
Ugh.
Celebrities?
They have cloned tissue from influential figures of the past 2 centuries. Would you care for a leg of John F. Kennedy?
That's appalling.
I know. Non-entities like that, and I'm nowhere to be found. I must complain to the management. Perhaps offer them a sample.
That's all for now, Miss Flores.
Please, darling. Just Imogen.
Repulsive.
Mr. Ron,
What you want?
What do you do here?
what's your part in this conspiracy?
Dr. John wants to capture biggest AI in the world. It's going to take enormous memory and processor.
And you're going to furnish her with these?
With all the capital she need, money, guns, labor.
It sounds like you're on board with her plan. What do you get out of it?
Newton is lousy place to do business, Regis.
You reckon it's Central's fault?
Central watches too close.
You can't bribe anyone, you mean?
Exactly. Can't make things work.
Sometimes it's nice not to have a government driven by the wealthy.
We will control New Central. It's a great opportunity for us.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Stop wasting my time.
What about you?
Mr. Stepford, can I have a moment?
Oh my,
Yes.
yes.
Oh my. The conspiracy.
So, you want to bring down Central?
Oh my, yes, as does everyone here. Though for differing reasons.
What does a synth manufacturer have against Newton's city controller?
A stake in that which follows, oh yes. If Dr. Zhang was simply to remove Central, there would be chaos.
The city's central infrastructure would break down.
Precisely, therefore a replacement would be needed.
Oh my god, you just want to watch the world burn and then pick up the pieces.
You want to replace Central with a new AI? With what?
The new version is simply a retooled model of an existing system.
Your own.
Oh my, no. It's built from a commercial Archimedes model as used in Eurofed cities.
It'll do the job?
Oh my, yes, as well as any civic management AI in Europe. But, thanks to Stepford's personality matrix engineering, it shall act and speak just as its predecessor Central.
With you holding its leash.
Every system needs fine-tuning, Dr. Regis.
Won't services suffer? I know Central. It's orders of magnitude more powerful than an Archimedes.
All unnecessary for its role, Dr. Regis. Our Archimedes in Central's clothing will perform as needed, oh yes.
I don't quite believe you. What about my embryos?
You're the one who found my embryos?
Oh my, yes.
Where are they?
Dr. Regis, while it pains me to say this, we simply can't tell you. Then we would have no bargaining position.
You lousy piece
I like
of...
how smug he
Please,
is.
Dr. Regis, be assured that they are in no danger at this time. Dr. Zhang is the one with whom you must discuss the release of the information. I have been asked not to speak any more of this matter, oh my no.
Okay, so you know Gil. What about Nina?
How did you fall in with someone like Nina Zhang?
Dr. Zhang has been freelancing with our firm for a number of years. Her work in AI has proven invaluable to increased platform survivability.
Working in mental health for synthetics?
Oh my, yes. She has a number of unique theories of synthetic cognitive development. When she proposed this project to the leadership of the firm,
She'd wormed her way up the power structure to whisper in management's ear.
Dr. Regis, that's a shameful way of putting it. Though she certainly has a talent for networking. She has brought together a multitude of skills needed for this role.
Your background.
You're not just a synthetic salesman, are you?
Oh my, no, not this particular platform, certainly.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm not the only instance of the Sons of Stepford. There are currently 26 platforms running this personality,
There's more than one of you?
alphabetically ordered, delegated to different roles within the firm. I, Liam, handle special tasks, oh my, yes. But we all run the same personality.
Huh, synthetics.
You're a synthetic.
You're a synthetic.
Quite so, Dr. Regis.
I should have guessed. There's something not quite right. I think it's the eyes.
A specially built feature of the Sons of Stepford, oh my, yes. Much of my composition, however, is state-of-the-art.
A walking advertisement.
I illustrate the potential for what one can do with a synthetic, Dr. Regis. Many customers have been swayed by the demonstration.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Oh my, yes.
Councilman. Right, I forgot about him.
Dr. Regis, how can I help?
What's your part in this? And not the one
I'm
in your
surprised to see a
head.
city councilor in a conspiracy like this.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, Dr. Regis.
I guess you've been facilitating things for the plot.
Much as it pains me to misuse my position, that is the case. I've been able to expedite import permits for equipment necessary to Dr. Zhang's plans.
And Central hasn't noticed?
In my role, I'm given considerably more privacy than the average civil servant. No offense, Doctor.
None taken. I just cover the camera in my office with paste. So, I understand what you're doing for it, but why? How does someone in government decide that Central needs removing?
I've read your bio, Dr. Regis. I know that you have no great love for Central. But, in practical terms, I believe it has become a threat to our democratic society.
A threat? How so?
Over the course of its 20 years of operation, Central has begun to develop opinions. For an individual to have done so is natural. For an AI, it is impressive. But in its position, coordinating the actions of government, it poses a risk.
Wouldn't someone notice? Call it out?
There isn't enough to address as yet. It's clever. It's designed to carry out the policies of the Council, and it cannot fail to do so. But it can drag its metaphorical feet, badly implement plans it disagrees with.
You've seen it do this.
I've had suspicions. Dr. Zhang's research confirms the extent to which Central is developing its own conscience. I believe that you yourself recently had a disagreement with it over its handling of a crisis. Another bombing. Central has done well, but there exist many other options today that are equally valid. We need a system that will effectively manage the city and carry out its instructions, not one that cherry-picks what policies it believes appropriate.
I like how it's just like, it's basically real life politicians. They have opinions and drag their feet through the mud trying to stop the things that they don't like going through, and the ones that do go through, they just implement them badly. Real life politicians to a T. Your background.
You're on the city council, aren't you?
Indeed I am, Dr. Regis. Rep for the Southwest Ward and co-chair of the Cosmopolitan Party.
I remember when you got elected. They called you Mr. Incorruptible. I never got that.
That's because of the device in my head, Dr. Regis.
Oh yeah, it's a
What
governor.
is that in your head, counselor?
Why, it's a neural governor, Dr. Regis.
As in, what paroled felons are fitted with?
Similar. While most of those are designed to limit violent behavior, mine prevents me from lying. Thoughts of deceit are met with tremendous pain.
Were you inside?
Oh my no. This was a voluntary choice. After all, most governors are subdermal. I wanted my constituents to see it as a sign of my integrity.
I knew someone with one.
Dr. Baxter. I recall reading about his release last month.
I thought it must have malfunctioned, that he was out for revenge. Turns out he's just dead. It's like someone just inherited his hatred.
I didn't vote for you. I don't know if that's true or not. There's no I voted for you choice. That's weird. So how did you get involved with...
Did you know Gil
the rest of
Vanderwall?
these fellows?
Indeed I did. He was a big donor in politics all over Africa.
And you knew about what he did? His criminal connections?
I'm the one who introduced him to the group. I'm also aware that he introduced the mindjacker you're after to his current employer.
You know about that?
You will need our help to find him, and we need your help to stop him, and Central.
How did you get on board with Nina?
I and others in the Cosmopolitan Party have suspected changes in Central's behavior. We sought the assistance of one of its original creators.
Obviously not Vargas. He loves that thing.
Indeed. Her research confirmed that, thanks to the scale of its operations, Central has been able to form its own opinion on the ideal state of affairs, regardless of the democratic consensus.
So when she said that she would remove Central...
It was a difficult decision, but we had to take it. Central's replacement will carry out its role more appropriately.
And Nina will get to continue her research on Central. Why haven't you simply raised this in the council?
Can you imagine what that would mean? Political suicide. Not just for myself,
he's not
but it would
lying,
undermine
though.
confidence in Newton's world-leading AI industries.
Okay.
I'll get back to you, Counselor.
Anything I can do to help, Dr. Regis?
You know, having a guy who can't lie is probably the worst person to be, like, in your inner circle for a huge conspiracy on this level. What's this? Just a table? The waiters are setting up aperitifs.
Nina.
Charlie, how can I help?
Conspiracy.
That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
Okay, what, do I really have to
Ms. Flores, can I have a
run
moment?
through every
Of course,
dialogue
darling.
option for
That's all for now,
F30?
Miss Flores.
Please, darling, just Imogen.
Mr. Ron.
What you want?
This restaurant.
Probably a stupid question, but did you know what they serve here?
Of course, it's people.
The idea of eating human meat appeals to you?
Absolutely. Is why I like to come to Newton. You have some crazy laws, but almost nowhere else will allow things like this.
It's cloned meat, apparently, so technically no harm done. That's the legal foundation.
A shame.
No
Would rather
jaywalking,
eat real
but
human. Ultimate
eat
sign
clone
of control
people.
of people.
Eat the poor.
Exactly. That will teach them.
That will teach them to be poor.
You're one of the richest men in Greater Han, aren't you?
Damn straight.
What are you doing here?
I like this restaurant. I suggest it.
No, I mean, why in person? At this meeting?
That is how we always do it. Cannot trust anyone else. Other people stupid. If too many people know, then Central will find out.
What sort of business do you run?
Some of everything. Factory, guns, biochem, industry farming.
A hands-on manager there too?
Hell no. Give that job to cousins. You ever see Han? Is lousy country. Everything poisoned. Sky is black.
Maybe it's all those factories you're
It
running.
is.
Did you know Gil Vanderwall?
Sure, everyone here know Gio. We work together. He have connections everywhere.
He was a middleman for criminals.
Exactly. Any specialist he could find. Even mindjackers, Dr. Regis.
Tell me more.
What do you know about Gil's links to the Mindjacker?
Vanderwall set people up with specialist talent, famous for it. In this case, a third party needed a mindjacker. He fixed that up for them, got the best.
But eventually, he discovered something that made him regret introducing them?
He found what the client's plans were in the long run. If they succeed, our plan to remove Central will fail.
So he tried to stop the Mindjacker.
Exactly. Took the memory module he was using to store minds of his targets.
And it cost him his life.
Pity he's working against us. Good mindjackers are hard to find.
Who hired the mindjacker from Vanderwall?
Like everything else, information is not free, Regis.
Okay, what information do you want out of me?
What do you think of Dr. Zhang?
She's very clever. She knows what she's doing.
I worked with her in the past. I guarantee the only ones she's looking out for are her and her plans.
So, that's how to get ahead. Cooperation happen when we want same thing. I want Central gone. She wants Central gone.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I'll get back to you.
Stop wasting my time.
Okay.
Mr. Stepford, can I have a moment?
Oh my, yes.
Gil.
Your connection to Gil. It was more than synth salesman, wasn't it?
Oh my, yes, very astute, Dr. Regis. Gil was a key part of our group.
Huh. A
That
co-conspirator.
already.
Oh yes, and our link to the criminal underworld, where necessary. I was most disturbed to receive your call regarding his demise. It signaled to us that immediate action was required.
You had to step up your plan before things went any further south.
Oh my, yes.
Were you aware that this establishment serves human meat?
Oh my, yes. It's delightfully macabre, isn't it? I'm sure the experience would be enhanced by being able to eat, of course.
You don't eat?
Some models can simulate digestion, but this platform is unable to. Go on, Dr. Regis. Try something for me.
I'll pass. I'll get back to you.
Oh my, yes.
Which means you must have more to say.
Dr. Regis, how can I help?
I didn't vote for you.
Counselor, were you aware that this restaurant serves human meat?
Indeed. It's quite distasteful, don't you think?
Finally.
Still,
someone
I
with some
suppose it's a
sense.
matter of personal taste since nobody's been
Except the
hurt.
clones.
We must respect the freedoms allowed by the laws of this city.
You're not having any then?
Oh no, but I shan't judge anyone for it. They're quite whimsical about it in some ways. I heard good things about their Billy con carne.
Ugh.
I didn't
Just
vote
to let
for
you know, I voted for the other guy.
Ah, well, that's your prerogative. Any concerns I might be able to address for next time?
I guess I've always voted Metro, since I lived here.
Ah, inertia. Something difficult to overcome. Give our site a read. You might find you agree with us more than you think.
I'll get back to you, Counselor.
Anything I can do to help, Dr. Regis?
prefer the martini party.
Nina,
Charlie, how can I help?
Conspiracy.
this plot of yours. You got a city councilor on your side.
Councillor Dean is a good man. He objects to the gradual encroachment Central has made on Newton's governance.
Do you trust him?
More than anyone else here. He may be a politician, but his goals are noble.
Can you be sure?
The governor and his brain's a good start. He's physically incapable of deceit. Plus, he's got a whole lot of enemies.
So, a sign that he's tried to change something.
A modern-day Woodrow Wilson.
I'm pretty sure I asked about all
Stepford's
these.
an unusual man, isn't he?
That's one way of putting it. Don't discount him, though.
I get
I
that.
asked-
He's a
I
hack.
You might
asked
say
about
he has
that
a-
already.
Ran Schumann. Chinese?
Nearly.
I
Greater.
asked about
Mr.
this
Of course,
too.
trust me.
We'll see how.
And I'm pretty sure I
So,
asked about this.
Emogen. Something,
Yeah, 'cause
something.
she had to
Imo-
explain
I know,
the
and
name
You're
again.
Charlie.
Yes.
Well, is she volunteer?
Let's change.
Done.
That's all.
Get me informed, Charlie.
I don't know anything.
It's got no personality to split.
Oh my, Dr. Regis, how forward! I'd no idea you felt that way. We must discuss this later in private.
I'm just going to go.
Of course, of course.
Okay. Cooler. The cabinet's locked, likely to prevent guests simply helping themselves. Oops. Hello, bodyguard. Obscured by his dark glasses, you can tell that the guard is staring right through you. Apparently, conversation is not his priority. Waiter? Oh. It's presumptuous to be the first to sit down.
Hey, you alright?
He stares at you and you feel a strange mix of fear and contempt in his glare. You realize to your horror that you've seen those eyes before only a few days earlier.
Everyone, take cover!
Boom.
Is anyone hurt?
It's a trap! You try to kill us! Guards!
Shut up, Ron. You're still alive, aren't you?
It appears that poor Imogen is the only one injured.
Yeah, you could say that.
I'm sorry. She's dead.
I knew it! You tried to kill me! All of you!
Calm down, Ron. You don't know who was behind this.
Actually, he has a point. All those who knew about this meeting are in this room.
Except, of course, for Charlie.
He only joined us at the last moment. Dr. Regis, will you lend us your skill as an investigator?
Yeah, you find who tried to kill me!
Do this for us, Charlie, and we'll give you everything. We can tell you who has your kids and exactly where he is.
Probably just blew
Fine.
himself up.
Just remember, I'm not doing this for your sake. Someone here almost killed me as well.
Thank you anyway, Charlie.
Alright, new case. Attempted murder ×5. That's a pretty big combo. These are the suspects? Okay. Imp. Capitalist. Oh, employment. Employment. Troubleshooter. Business rep. Wait, you're from United Korea. Oh, wow. Optimistic. Age 16 months. Capitalist. Oh, I've also got an evidence button. Oh no, these are slots for it. Okay. Let's start by taking a look at her. Nothing on her body that isn't an item of fashion. How about this one?
Nothing on it I can use. I'm not exactly equipped to repair synthetics.
Oh. Okay. Downstairs.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Did you see anything?
Did you see the bomber when he came in?
Negative. His appearance was a match for a member of the serving staff.
And you call yourself a bodyguard?
It is likely that the
Disgusting.
suspect prepared this operation in advance. To achieve this, he would have to supplant a member of staff before our arrival.
Question is, where did he hide the waiter he replaced?
I wonder.
Keep up the good work.
Airborne. Oh, that's cool. They actually have bathrooms like that, but it's clear glass that turns into frosted glass.
Apparently, this mirror is having a software error. Huh. Before I came to Newton, that sentence wouldn't have made any sense to me.
Wow, really? You're that stuck in the...
It's got no personality to split.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Derp.
There's the remains of a first aid kit in here. Someone's used all of the med patches and pseudoderm spray. Must have had an injury. The only item left is a bottle of harsh-smelling toilet cleaner.
Okay.
It's already been opened.
What's this? It's darkness. I feel around in the musty blackness, but can't identify anything helpful. Well, what's the point of the darkness, but if I can't do anything with it? You briefly contemplate making an escape through the roof access, but then you lose your best lead. Well, this looks like an escape route that the guy took, but what's my best lead then? Dryer? I guess not. Okay. Fish tank, kitchen, stairs, the holographic stairs. Let's look at the fish tank. I don't think I'll get anything useful out of it.
Ow! Hey!
Okay. Your attempt to grab one of the fish with your bare hands was unsuccessful. There's a typo. Apparently the creatures have a taste for your flesh and have left tooth marks to prove it. So it's an open fish tank? Okay, whatever. Kitchen. Okay. There's...
Ugh.
Oh, right. Clone meat.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm Dr. Regis. Nina's asked me to investigate the explosion.
A cell agent? Well, alright. Just be careful what you touch. This place is half kitchen, half lab.
Have you seen any dead bodies lately?
A suicide bomber attacked the gathering upstairs. He was disguised as one of your waiters.
Whoa. I wondered what that was. What did he look like?
That massive
Blonde,
explosion
about 1.65 meters. Might have looked uncomfortable or limping.
Huh. Biobomber?
That's right. How did you guess?
You mentioned the limp. They've got pretty serious health problems, don't they?
Yeah, he might have replaced one of your staff.
Huh. They all checked in.
If he incapacitated one of your staff, can you think of where they'd do that?
It'd have to be somewhere you could hide a body, I guess.
There are human bodies in your kitchen.
Yes, there are. It's a freezer. What are you, the food inspector?
Today I
Give me a good reason I shouldn't haul your ass down to cell.
It's all legal, I guarantee. They're annual clones, grown without brain tissue.
I know what it means. I guess the presentation was a shock. What's with the bouncer?
He came with Mr. Stepford's party, along with a few others. I think he was supposed to be guarding the kitchen, but...
What happened?
Well, he wasn't very talkative, but after I started working, he just kind of zoned out. Couldn't get an answer out of him.
Glowing fish?
I like the glowing fish in the tank you've
That's
got.
a person.
Thanks. I made those myself. They were my first gingineering project.
Luciferin luciferase from fireflies.
Well spotted. I imported the sequence into red snappers and kept them viable. 10 generations now.
A lot of academies use those as a starter project, but that's impressive.
We keep them as a reminder of where we came from, or in case the power goes out.
You get a lot of clandestine meetings like this taking place?
You'd be surprised. This place is popular with the wealthy. Haven't had an assassination before, though.
You know what they're discussing up there.
They don't tell me, and I don't ask about anything but their orders. Dr. Zhang pays me enough to know I probably shouldn't.
Why is this restaurant serving cloned human tissue?
I trained in gingineering at Darwin. We'd flash grow human bodies to test DNA alterations. So I guess human tissue is what I'm most familiar with.
Okay.
You're a gingineer.
Well, I dropped out before my PhD. I learned enough to sample DNA and use it to grow flash clones.
No kidding. My background's in gingineering as well. You altered these bodies?
None of these. They're all template. Caucasian, male, 20s, brown hair.
This is quite the setup you've got. Combined sampler growth chamber?
That's right. We usually use the template. Sometimes get specialist orders, though.
Like if someone wants to eat themselves?
Sometimes. We can ready up a new cadaver in about a week with it.
I can't access cell at the moment. I might need to use your equipment.
Do you have to? You know you'd have to flush the current growth.
Sorry about that. Tell you what, Nina will reimburse you.
Well, okay.
Okay, for now.
Thanks.
Whatever I can do to help.
You
Hey, stop the carousel.
do not
What's
have
wrong?
brown hair.
These bodies are supposed to be clones, right? So why is this one blonde?
Oh, God. Henry. What happened to him?
He's taken a nasty blow to the head. Looks like it's the hypothermia that's finished him, though.
Oh, Nuke. Why'd they leave him in the freezer?
Best place to hide a tree is a forest. Best place to hide a body is with a whole lot of other bodies.
Why Henry? He was such a nice boy.
Same hair color as the bomber. Whoever's behind this took his uniform for the bomber's disguise.
Somebody would have seen him being dragged across the restaurant.
He must have been killed in here. I'll find who's behind this.
Alright, you. What's your deal?
Hello? Huh. It's like someone just hit his off switch.
Okay. Clean piece of tissue taken from the bathroom. It feels soft and expensive, leading you to wonder if perhaps it was grown from a real plant rather than recycled. Recycled, no.
A powerful combination of bleach, enzymes, and antimicrobial wetware designed to kill bacteria in plumbing. It makes a lot of scientific-sounding claims on the label. Smells vaguely of lemon before the aftertaste of chlorine hits.
Aftertaste?
Can't do that.
Okay. Can I clean you?
Nah.
Why bother? Okay. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Let's see if you can tell me more about the waiter.
A suicide bomber attacked the gathering. He was disguised
Whoa. What did he look?
blonde. About
Huh.
that's
You mentioned the limp. Maybe he...
DNA sequencer.
the sequencer's a different model to my usual.
Cell's probably got something more impressive than that thing. You have to purge the current project before you can do anything. Then you can submit genetic material to start a new growth project.
What kind of material will it take?
Blood, dermal tissue, almost anything. Makes it easier to get a sample from customers.
Okay. I don't know why I'd be
Thanks.
using that.
Whatever I can do to help.
Maybe I'll use it later. Bone saw and a glass jar. Alright. That one guard was useless. Let's see if I can ask this guy about it.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Guard in the kitchen.
I found one of your buddies in the kitchen. He doesn't look well.
Please report technical issues to management.
Who's in charge?
Situational command has been assigned to Mr. Liam Stepford.
Huh. Fancy taking orders from a guy like that.
Okay, status update.
What's the situation?
Perimeter secure. Guest behavior within tolerable parameters.
Tolerable.
I guess that's one way of putting it. Are you all right? That was quite a blast.
Systems operating at 97%.
I see. You synthetics give me the creeps, you know that? Huh. Guess you're not easily riled up. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
Mr. Stepford, can I have a moment?
Oh my, yes.
Broken guard.
I found one of your heavies in the kitchen. Looks like something's knocked it out cold.
Oh my, a technical fault, no doubt. May I ask you to show me the defective platform?
Sure, I guess.
Excellent. We can't have our firm slandered by accusations of low-quality units.
Never said it was low quality. You coming with me? Good.
Dr. Regis, Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I know what's going on. The cavity magnetron in the growth array. It generates a huge mag flux in here.
It broke them? Is it permanent?
What do I look like, a tech?
We'll just have to turn this off then. Let's so close to being finished, though. That would be terrible. Sorry, dude.
Mr. Stepford? Nope, he hasn't got anything I can use. Not unless I want a really lousy.
Nope.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What was wrong with them?
The sequencer's a different
Cells probably you have to. Then you can submit.
What kind of material?
Blood makes it easier.
Thanks.
Whatever I can do to help.
Isn't there just an off button or something? Whatever. Okay, I've got a bone saw. I've got a jar. Well, that failed.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Keep up the good work.
Hey, could you go in there and pull those two guys out? Okay, so let's see if we could get some genetic material.
I'm not sure what that would involve.
From you. I swab the paper across the wound, taking a sample of her blood. Great.
That'd be a waste.
What if I cleaned it?
I'm not sure what I was thinking.
Bone saw.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Well, at least I've got this. New project. XX chromosome on the sample came from Imogen confirms unsurprisingly that she was female. Subject gene map. Can I do anything? Is this a puzzle? No? Okay. Well, continue to grow. Nothing else. Can I just like saw off a random thing here?
Ugh. Here goes.
Carve a slice from the cadaver. The nausea welling up reminds you why you went into genetic medicine rather than the macro scale. Picked up a slice of meat.
A slice of meat taken from one of the kitchen's cadavers. If I hadn't known where it came from, I'd almost think it was pork.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that would involve.
I'm trying to cook it.
That's not going
Come
to
on,
work.
Man. Okay. Well, guys, the good news is I have meat. You.
Nah.
But you wanted stuff from me before, now you don't?
Mr. Ron,
What you want?
I've started my investigation.
You find who tried to kill me.
Who tried to kill all of us, Mr. Ron?
This city dangerous. Police do lousy job.
Can you recall anything suspicious?
No, stop asking stupid questions.
I'll get back to you.
Stop wasting my time.
Guess I'm not gonna be talking to him again.
Nina,
Charlie, how can I help?
Okay, Biobomber.
I guess I should thank you for not giving them the full picture.
What? That you might have been the one who made that poor young man? Think nothing of it, Charlie. That's what friends are there for. I hear you handled another one last night.
They're getting more and more frequent.
They're nearing their expiry date. Literally. I know they weren't engineered for long lives, just volatility. Their masters have to make use of them before illness diffuses them.
Don't you think we should move out? Cell aren't going to ignore a blast like that.
For a harmless little kitchen fire, they won't come.
Kitchen fire? What do you...
They won't send anyone. It's all under control here. We've enough wheels greased at Cell to make sure there's an understanding. Oh, lighten up, Charlie. This is helping you. You can go on a mole hunt at Cell once your children are safe.
Why the bombing?
Can you think of anyone who'd want to do this? Why recruit a suicide bomber for this?
Frankly, the main reason I can think of to hire someone for a job like this, hypothetically speaking, of course, would be if one were unable to carry it out oneself.
Can you think of a likely saboteur?
I have my suspicions, but we depend on you for the truth.
It's a conspiracy.
This plot of yours. Let's change. I've started my investigation.
It sounds like we've got the right man for the job.
Great.
I remember when you were so nervous, but now look at you.
It's been a long time. People change.
Even so, my mental image of you is sitting at a DNA sequencer. Perhaps a restaurant would let you use theirs.
Why would a restaurant need a sequencer?
It helps with their rather niche menu.
Okay.
That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
Dr. Regis, how can I help?
I've begun my investigation into the bombing.
If anyone can resolve this, it's you, Dr. Regis.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Counselor. I don't know how much closer I am to figuring out who's behind it, though.
Because of the pool of suspects, it might be better to think about exclusion. Perhaps you can find evidence to rule out those not involved.
I'll get back to you, Counselor.
Anything I can do to help, Dr. Regis?
Alright. How's this growth going? Probably not at all, right? Yeah, okay. Purge that. Okay. Well, I accidentally killed him, kinda. Might as well. And... oh, actually... can I do anything to him?
Mr. Stepford?
Doubt I can take a bone saw to him.
Mr. Stepford?
Nope. Oh. Yeah. Alright. Now, all I need to do is... what do I need to do?
Hey, who's that?
Okay. Let's set everything except the roll to Stepford. Right? Well, the roll might be kind of standoffish. Let's set him to Stepford and personality to guard. The role and personality are so close, it's kind of hard to tell which is which.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? That was quite a blast.
Systems operating at 97%.
I see. You synthetics give me the creeps, you know that? Huh. Guess you're not easily riled up.
And...
Keep up the good work.
Apparently I can't ask about his memory.
Hey, who's that?
Okay, so... Yeah. Let's set this to Stepford and this to guard.
Excuse me.
Oh my, yes.
Guard in the kitchen.
I found one of your buddies in the kitchen. He doesn't look well.
Oh dear, does Mr. Stepford know? He's a lovely man. He'll get sorted right out. Oh my, yes.
Actually, he's kind of broken as well. You're wearing his personality.
Well, that does explain a thing or two.
Did you see anything?
Did you see the bomber when he came in?
Oh my, no. That little sod must have gotten in before us.
Status update.
What's the situation?
Just dandy, my good man.
You alright?
Are you alright?
My system log shows a mind state alteration made moments ago. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Just a little tweak. Oh my, yes.
You sound really different from your colleagues.
You know what they say, variety is the spice of life. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keep up the good...
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Let's use this one more time.
Hey.
And set personality to Stepford. The role is Stepford.
My word, this is a peculiar experience.
Mr. Stepford,
Oh my, yes. Thank you for your assistance, Dr. Regis.
do you know what happened? The chef mentioned something about mag
There we
flux.
go.
Allow me to check the crash log. Yes, it appears that the kitchen was indeed saturated with a high-intensity magnetic field. No doubt from an item of hardware. They often pose a hazard to advanced synthetic platforms.
You're okay, though.
Quite so, thanks to your timely intervention. They really ought to have a warning sign on that kitchen, oh my.
So, synthetics can't operate in there?
Oh my, no. A field of that strength is positively ghastly. Like working in a cloud of chlorine for men such as yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must change into something more comfortable.
We know the waiter was murdered within the kitchen. The mag field would be lethal to any synthetics trying to get in there. That means we can rule out Stepford as a suspect.
Great. He's still kind of dead in there, though. Okay. But at least I think I've kind of finished his side of the quest. I don't know. What am I gonna do with this toilet cleaner?
An empty glass jar. According to the label, it used to contain spices.
Spices.
An empty glass jar.
I stuffed the slice of meat into the open bottle. Okay, oops. I wanted to use this.
There isn't enough DNA on that to sample.
Really? There's an entire, like, a jar full. Oh, wait. How about this? The bait in place, the fish eagerly crowd around the bottle. When one adventurous soul takes the plunge, you hoist them from the water within the jar.
Gotcha.
That's good, I guess.
I've caught a glowing fish. It'd probably look more impressive in a darker room.
Great. I knew there was more to the bathroom. Or to this sequence. Whatever you want to call it. Alright. Ooh, a bag.
The bomber's bag.
Likely this used to contain supplies to aid the bomber in remaining undercover in the city of the heathens. Now the only thing remaining is a handwritten note. A note to the bomber.
A crumpled note found in the bomber's possessions, apparently from whoever hired him. It says,
Time has come tonight, 2200 at 1181 Shanley. Service entrance C on roof. Will open for you from inside. GBWU. That doesn't appear to be anybody.
Ow! Hey, that's sharp.
It looks like it's covered in blood. Yes. Perfect. Tissue paper on the vent cover. You run the tissue along the bloodied edge of the grate, taking as much still moist blood as possible. Moist. And I still can't go up there. I can leave the glowing fish. And then I can run it through the little analyzer here. And it's gonna say it was a woman. Then we'll know for sure. Okay. The genome taken from the blood on the vent. The fact that the accomplice had an XY chromosome and was therefore male. Oh. Narrows the pool of suspects. So... she's not a suspect. So it's between these two.
A crumpled note found in the bomber's possessions, apparently from whoever hired him. It says,
We'll open for you from inside GBWU. Okay, well, I'll ask the people upstairs about that. Maybe one of them, even not a suspect, will know about that.
Nina,
Charlie, how can I help?
this plot of yours.
Never mind.
Let's change the set.
Done.
That's all.
Get me informed.
What do you make of this, Nina?
Hey, the bomber's instructions. Where'd you find this?
A vent access by the bathroom. They'd apparently been in communication beforehand.
Good job, Charlie. This may help us find out who let them in.
That's the idea.
Excuse me, counselor. What do you make of this?
A note to the bomber? Who is GBWU?
If they're like the others I've met, it means God be with you.
You've had experience with these terrorists before.
You could say that.
I'm even more confident that we're in good hands then.
Well... I wish it was somebody's initials. That would have been a lot easier.
What do you make of this, Mr. Ron?
What
You
it say?
bad policeman,
read
get
English?
out of here.
English second language. I got secretary for that.
You don't say.
Ah, Dr. Regis, might I have a word in private? We're alone?
We
As alone as
teleported.
we're going to get. What do you want?
Your investigation is drawing to an end, is it not?
Yes.
Might be. Why?
You are, without a doubt, a skilled detective, Dr. Regis. I am proud that the city employs only the finest. I believe that your inquiry will find only one credible suspect, myself.
You're going to plead your innocence? Tell me it's a mistake?
Not at all. You see, I am indeed responsible for the attack.
He didn't lie, but why do that?
You killed Imogen, and almost got the rest of us as well.
I can assure you, it wasn't my first choice, but a last resort.
Huh. You've been lying to us about your involvement. Why should I trust you? The governor's obviously not doing its job.
The governor is working as well as it ever has. I have not once lied to you, Dr. Regis.
I asked you if you hired the bomber.
I did not. My assistant hired the bomber, at my request.
Politicians.
People have to phrase their questions to me very carefully.
You'd better have a real good reason for all this.
For various values of good. You recall Gil Vanderwall?
What's he got to do with this?
What does Vanderwall have to do with this?
2 years ago, much to my shame, I did something terrible. I took part in a vote-fixing program for the Cosmopolitan Party, and they promised me this office in the next election. Gil discovered this and has been blackmailing me ever since.
But why the suicide bomber?
He realized that Nina's project might lead to his death. He was a spiteful man, and he needed a guarantee that he could strike back against her if that happened.
From beyond the grave.
Essentially, I was his guarantee.
He wanted you to kill Nina for him?
Or materials he has on me would be released to the public. My career, my family would be ruined.
So instead of turning you in, I should...
Tell them that Ron Schumann was responsible.
What? Frame an innocent man?
You've spoken to him, Dr. Regis. He is a truly, objectively despicable individual.
That's true.
You're one to talk.
What I've done was terrible, but I wish to make reparations for what I've done. After this is done, I shall devote my life's work to annihilating corruption in our city. Ron wishes no more than to desecrate and pollute our nation as he has done his own.
Well, he's probably just like all the rest of, like any other politician, where it's just like they speak in a way where they're not lying, they're just not telling you the truth. They're twisting their words. You nearly killed us all, though.
You nearly
Like,
killed
come
us
on.
all with that bomber.
I apologize most sincerely for that, Dr. Regis.
Do
Had I
you?
known someone such as yourself would be present, I would have found other means. Please, consider what this means for the city.
So he doesn't care about anyone else in the group.
Charlie, what have you found?
I've completed my investigation.
That was most swift.
Though effective, I've no doubt.
Who tried to kill us?
After finding enough evidence to exclude all other parties,
The counselor did it.
the only conclusion possible is that Counselor Dean is responsible.
What?
My word.
Andrew, is this true?
See? He not say anything. Otherwise, he have to tell truth.
Yes, I am responsible. I acted to save my family from my mistakes. I joined this project to protect the city that I love. The rest of you are backstabbing cowards, out to loot Newton for your own gain.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Counselor. That leaves us only one option, I'm afraid. Liam.
What are you doing? Wait, stop!
Poor dear Counselor Dean. Tragically thrown from the building by the blast.
You're completely insane.
We're doing what we have to, Charlie. As promised, the information you require. The man who has your kids, your mind-jacker, is a contractor, Jayam Kressel. He's based out of an aerostat currently moored at the Xanadu dockyard.
You haven't changed one bit, Nina.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Charlie. Remember, I'm always here if you need my help.
No thanks.
The uptake reports came in. Looks like there was a 99.1% volume of new code in the embryo.
Oh, that's fantastic. We'll have a viable specimen for testing within days.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have had the same kind of uptake if it was one of the brain-dead ones. So, how did you manage to score these full-scope human embryos?
They're mine.
It would have taken months to get approval from the city council, so we used our own.
Yours. You and Charlie.
They're healthy, and they got all the right uptake markers.
Oh, I'm just kind of surprised Charlie agreed to it, given his previous line of work and all. You have told him, haven't you?
I was going to find a way.
That explains why he's on the warpath, then.
Oh, nuke me. How did he find out?
Vicky!
Uh-oh.
Dr. Chigwa, may I speak to my wife?
Charlie, you better not...
Get out! Dr. Baxter just congratulated me on what a noble gesture I was making for science. Apparently, we volunteered our own embryos for gengineering.
Oops, sorry.
I'm sorry I hadn't told you yet. Dr. Vargas was having enough trouble stalling the council. We needed to start showing results, so I made the decision for both of us.
You didn't think I'd object if I knew beforehand?
Well, no. Using our own embryos was the right thing to do to keep the project afloat.
You have no idea what I'm upset about.
Sure I do.
You didn't ask me.
You're mad because I didn't talk with you about it first.
No! Well, yes, I am, but that's not why I feel like this.
I understand it was a big decision. We've invested a lot of time and energy into having kids. I'd probably be upset in your position, but I'd have hoped you'd trust me to make choices for the both of us.
Oh God, you haven't understood what's wrong with this at all.
It's okay, they won't be born. Don't worry, we've always got more. Look at the results we're getting. Oh, you're so old-fashioned. Let's just go from worst to best. It's okay, they won't be born.
It's not as if we're bringing the embryos to term.
God.
Their lives aren't going to be affected by the alterations we're making.
We've already affected them by using them in this role.
But the results.
Have you seen the uptake results Dr. Chigwa recorded? We've got over 95% success. The neural tissue development is going to be phenomenal.
I don't give a damn about the results.
We've always got more, though.
We're only using 1, maybe 2 of the embryos we've got for the
Maybe
project.
5.
The other 4 are still stored at Alrecis.
It's not a matter of whether we can make more or not. We could have thousands of embryos on standby. It'd still be wrong.
Oh, you're just being old-fashioned.
You know, sometimes your old world sensibilities are charming, but not this time. What is it they believe where you're from? That life begins at conception?
You know damn well what I've done with human gengineering in the past. I'm well past being able to object for moral reasons.
It's not the fact that we're engineering human embryos. It's that there are embryos.
I spent 2 years weaponizing children. The fact that they were destined, doomed to a purpose.
It's one thing to have your life affected by a quirk of genetics, but when you've been deliberately altered before birth to fit a role...
I'd hoped that I'd escaped it, but seeing it with our own kids, it's just...
I understand, Charlie. I'll talk to Dr. Vargas about it.
He won't be happy. It sounds like he was counting on this.
You'll just have to deal with it.
And then the incident happened. Oh, her again. Can't remember her name.
It looks like it could be opened, but not from outside.
Okay. That means that's how I escape. Through the damage, you can make out an itinerary, some long-expired special offers, and a message where somebody's hacked the text to display root ASCII drawings. Well, that's funny. Aircon. Alright, let's try opening this door. How about that? Oh god.
Hello?
We're closed.
Though you're not very worldly, you're pretty sure that this man is much more imposing than someone who'd normally be working at the desk at an air freight firm.
Hey, be it for all.
Enjoy your air conditioning.
I can't reach it from here.
Yeah. An aerostat is tethered to the landing field. Through the fence you can see dock workers loading crates of cargo.
It doesn't appear to have a power switch or any kinds of controls accessible from out here.
Okay. I can't reach anything really. I'll show you a beating.
Sure, if I feel like getting myself shot.
Hey, he won't see it coming. Let's see if I can just do this. What happens? Connection strength. It's already been enabled. The hunter-seeker algorithm will do all the hard work finding its way into the network at the airfield. What's this?
Salam, Mandela.
Hi.
I'm on site.
I'm finally at the site. You were right. I can feel the connection.
That is good to hear. You managed to avoid detection in your journey?
Yeah, nobody noticed me. Just some thrall wandering the southwest city.
So what am I doing here?
What is it you need me to do here?
We have the ID for their system, but are unable to access it. You must get close enough to it to act as a relay point.
Then your tech teams break into it and find out what their plans are?
Exactly.
The signal.
I can sense the signal you've mentioned. I've got a visual representation in my trance hub.
Good. You'll know how close you are to your goal.
If they're trying to hide, why are they broadcasting like this?
Like much of hacking, we must look for mistakes our target makes. What you sense is not intentional on their part.
Oh, so it's seepage? Like inter-system connections they haven't noticed?
Precisely. Many of their own devices communicate wirelessly. Their attempt at security involves limiting the range. They therefore avoid attacks from the net at large.
But if you can get a relay close enough,
then we may study their signal as though we were by your side.
Okay, this place is an aerodrome.
So, the people trying to kill me are working out of an old aerodrome?
Quite so. This air freight business collapsed last year. We suspect it was bought up as a front for this criminal enterprise.
They're storing their data systems in the aerostat? Why don't they just split it up and hide it in the trans?
Physical security is as much a concern for admins as system integrity. If they suspect someone of getting too close,
they can just take off.
So now what?
What is your breaching team going to do? When I reach the systems, I mean.
We aim to rip their memory drives. Cloning them onto another system allows us to perform more destructive analytics.
Plus, the process would wreck their whole system as well. Better hope they haven't got any people connected to the system. Anyone wired's going to find their brains fried and stored in a mem capsule.
Of course, before this takes place, we will secure a back door to the system. That way we will not depend on you as a relay. You will therefore be able to escape once this has been accomplished.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Good luck.
What was that? Mug. Oh. Maybe I can use that outside.
The wetware won't form a...
No? Okay. What about these?
The screen's probably not connected into the higher systems. I'd better save my wetware for more important targets.
Oh, right. It doesn't seem like it's, like a limited use thing. So far it hasn't been, because adventure games.
It doesn't appear to have a power switch or any kinds of controls accessible from out here.
That's exactly what I needed to hear, thank you. Perfect.
It looks like it could be opened, but real subtle.
Well, but the subtle way doesn't work. Still holding anesthetic. Okay, well, let's try it.
Sure, if I feel like getting myself...
I didn't think so. Oops. That door wasn't a chair.
I don't think so.
A painting of a turn-of-the-century antique fighter jet from the days when they still used human pilots for the role. Oh god, they're using just non-stop drones. Great. A map of the world showing destinations serviced by Xanadu Air Freight, or at least they used to be.
Can I just...
No, go away.
I'm gonna keep talking to you.
You don't even...
No, it's too hot to argue.
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall.
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall. Hey, be a Thrall.
Okay. Alright, so... how can I mess with the air conditioning? Derp. Why didn't I just try this from the start? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, damn it. Why'd it have to break tonight?
Okay.
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall.
You should try opening your windows. Oh, it is open.
I can reach it, but he'd notice pretty quickly if I just took it.
I don't really want the mug.
There's only so much you can do with a crowbar.
Yeah, like smash things.
What do I look like, an engineer? I can reach it, but he'd notice pretty quickly if I just took it.
Taking care to ensure the guard doesn't see, you squeeze a few drops of tranquilizer from the injector into the coffee. Yeah. Pfft. Just like dead drop.
Hello? Guess that tranquilizer did its job.
And now I do mine.
I don't need to hack it. He didn't log out.
Okay, perfect. I want a firearm. Okay, never mind. Okay.
I'm not sure how that would work.
Okay, I can use my wetware on the door. Try as you might, you can't find any systems on it that appear new enough to accept a wetware bond that'd make their security system at least 20 years old, you'd reckon? Okay, so... So where would I find a nice password? It's already been enabled. The hunter-seeker algorithm will do all the hard work finding its way into the network at the airfield. Okay.
Salam, Mandela.
Hi.
You don't have anything
I'll get
new,
back to you. Good luck.
which means I'm back on my own again. Five. Can I find a 5-digit thing? Frozen meat products. It would be nice to get a firearm, but I don't think I will be able to. Cobalt. Just a pile of cobalt. Mandala beware. Okay. What's that mean? That's super relevant, but what do I do? Wonder. Haha.
It's amazing how many people don't put enough security on their Gibsons. They assume they've got enough willpower to stop intruders on their own.
Now let's see if I can figure out what the deal was with that Mandala Beware thing.
Where am I? How did I even get here?
You are on the train.
Don't you remember? You're on the train.
Oh, nuke me.
It's the worst trip you've ever had. You were telling me about it.
Took 2.5 hours to get from Cirrus to Barber's Gate. Could have walked it quicker.
The voice over the intercom came on.
City of Newton Transit Services apologizes for the delay to your journey.
It was a weird coincidence that the train's number was the same as your access code, wasn't it?
Service 44138 will resume as soon as possible.
Huh? Was it like that?
Probably not, but now your subconscious thinks it was. Ciao.
Oh, that's perfect. 44138. Oh, it's written right there. That's handy. And now is probably... Oh, there's guys in the background. Great. This is probably when I need to know that shipping number or whatever. E29. Whatever. E29.
Now we just wait and...
All right, let's get it loaded. Yeah, you know how bitchy the doc gets waiting. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. What? Addie must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be showing lighter. Ugh, idiot. Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
A121. Oh, I see. I have to set it. Let's just set it at the highest and see if that will work. The screen shows the weight on the measuring platform in front of it. Apparently it's holding 51 kilograms at the moment. 96. Is that what that says? 96. So I'm 45 kilograms. Okay. Let's just pop in on here. I'm assuming.
Here we go again.
Nothing else in here.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. Addie must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be showing heavier. Ugh, idiot. Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
Okay. A121 is 96. Is it 96? I think it was 96. 96. Hopefully that's what I needed to do. Set the right crate number.
Here we go again.
Let's see. The manifest. Send.
Okay. A121. Revert from backup. A121 is supposed to be 30 kilograms. How much do I weigh? I think she was 45. So 75. Okay. If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do.
Here we go.
Let's see if Addie's got it right. Okay.
Hang on.
The scanner's reading the contents as organic. Addie's got it listed as inorganic. Ah, typical. Send it back. Tell him to
Well,
get
at
his
least
act
the
together.
weight is right.
He should make sure the manifest matches what's in the box. We can't exactly open them all to check. We'd be here all night.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that. Alright. So, I don't even remember seeing a inorganic list. 121. We'll set it to Mandala Beware. I don't know. Oh. Human. Okay. We're transporting a human.
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner. Scan show organic. Same as the manifest. Fantastic. Get it aboard. Kriesel and the doc want to cast off.
The signal's going crazy. I must be on top of... Huh?
What? Well, this is one of those weird things. Love weird things. Even the bed's electronic. That's a bathroom. Get rid of all the walls. We don't need them.
The simulations exceeded its buffer.
Took her long enough. I think Jinsel did a pretty good job on that one.
Was that the bomber?
Why'd you have to get someone like Jinsel involved in it, though?
Because when I asked you to do it, you apparently couldn't keep your thirst for revenge in check. Or should I say Baxter's thirst for revenge? I don't see why you store the targets in your own wiring. It's obviously not good for you.
It's more secure. I suppose Jinsel did their job.
Got her to walk right in the front door. Even packaged and delivered herself. Ha! We have some big plans for you, sister.
This is the place.
I mean, if they wanted to do that, if they wanted to just walk in, couldn't they have not had a security guard there with a convoluted sneaking thing? Put drivers disabled. Okay, let's get on this airship. Vroom. See how fast he can get there. Not bad. Jolt gun.
Damn, it's out of charge.
Patrolling back and forth across the cargo bay. It's a wonder that the guard hasn't worn a hole in the floor.
I can't reach him from up here. Plus, I don't like my odds against him.
Hatch? Oh, that's the outside.
Looks like it's not. I can't reach him from up.
Okay. That works. Alright, I got it.
I can't reach him from up.
I didn't break your little neck. Goggles. Thermal goggles. Cool. That actually is pretty cool. But I can't do anything while I'm wearing them though. Which is not cool. Take them off.
Thermoptic goggles. Same ones I've seen the strike team using.
Take them off. Okay. Sick bay hatch. Oh.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator will shoot me down the moment I open the door.
Okay. Wait. The hatch has been locked from the other side. Okay, so what's this? It's locked with a password. How quaint. It'll still need to be breached before the terminal can be accessed. There's all these things though. Let's see how the other rooms are doing. I think there was a room before this. No? Just the cargo door.
Looks like it's not operating.
Oh, how about this? Oh. Who are you? It must be the guy on the other end of the, like the medical bay. Actually, let me see if guard.
It's thin, but it's not that flimsy. I'm gonna need to find another way of getting through to him.
Okay, that needs a password. That's locked. This is the only way forward.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator will shoot me down the moment I open the door.
Huh. Junction.
What do I look like? That's what I've got.
Lau's not here.
What do I look like? That's what I've got.
Junction point.
What do I look like? That's what I've got.
Okay, come on. You can only be so bad with just pretty much anything. Is there any other heat stuff in here? All this? No. I was just for getting rid of that guy. Guard? Is it? I don't know. Okay. Wait. Locker. picked up a bolt gun.
An industrial rivet gun uses compressed air to punch finger-length bolts through metal surfaces. I wonder if they ever have to use this from the outside while in flight.
So let's see if I can shoot through and hit that guy.
Ah!
Now what? What are you gonna do now?
Thank God you're here!
Who are you?
You've got to get me out of here!
God.
They kidnapped me 2 weeks ago! I've been forced to conduct research for them in this aerostat.
Research? What kind of research?
Human experimentation. This poor girl. You see that hardware in the corner?
What the hell did you...
The upper level is clear, but I... Oh.
Huh.
Gave him a shot in the back. Your problem is, you overcomplicate things.
Still conscious?
That's how the wetware works. You can't rip his memory, though. He isn't wired.
I'm aware, Ms. Vargas. Take his weapon. This is something I've been looking forward to for a long
He's
time.
the killer.
Ugh, no you haven't. Baxter was looking forward to it.
Oh, did they transplant his memories into Baxter's memories into him? Who are you?
What's that? I can't hear you.
It's quite a powerful paralytic, isn't it? An unfortunate yet necessary part of our mutual friend here's role.
My targets have to be conscious when I pull the contents of their minds. I'd love to rip the Regis clean out of your head as well.
I told you, he's not wired.
I know, but I know what'll really get to him. What's this? An embryo?
Oh.
It's rather a contentious issue for us, isn't it? Rather a bit of history between us over these little things. Oops. Fragile things, the unborn. Don't worry. Plenty more where that came from.
There's only like 2. I'll kill you. Wow.
I think this one is going to grow up to be a great success. World leader, Nobel laureate, maybe follow in their father's footsteps.
Oh.
Oops, all gone. Vicky would be so proud, wouldn't she?
Kressel.
After all, you showed her how important those things were. More than anything else in the world, apparently.
Baxter! You seriously need professional help.
Sir, ma'am, Smart Cam feed shows another cell agent just boarded the aerostat. Female, about 1.75 meters.
Huh. Should have known she'd still be after her partner. Commander, prepare to weigh anchor. Kressel, deal with our new cell intruder. Then resolve whatever issues you have with Dr. Regis.
With pleasure. Don't go anywhere.
I won't. Oh. That's just some random lady.
Gotcha!
Yeah! Go do it, random lady.
Wow, nice throw, Chantel.
Did I do good, Dr. Max?
You did great. I'd better find where Regis went.
Yeah, android fight. He's in here. Wait. Oh.
Hey, stop! What the hell's going on in here? Regis! Regis, can you hear me? Better figure out how to fix you.
I don't think this will work.
That's not going to help him get moving again. Wetware's not going to connect with that.
What about you?
She's got her own. Most thralls are practically leaking from the ears with wetware wiring.
In the body, you find his unusable weapon and the communication gear hooked into his neural wiring. Yeah, I forgot they have ID lock things. Girl. The poor girl's unconscious. You're not sure what they were doing to her in the lab, but there have always been rumors about unethical private contractors abducting thralls off the street for research. Somehow, though, this girl's face seems oddly familiar. Yes, it
I've
should.
got my own. Regis's wouldn't work for me anyway. They're signature weapons.
Oh yeah. What's this? A large terminal connected to both a cradle for the memory module and to the bed. Looks like it's still running a trance simulation. Can I stop that? Oh. Even if it weren't for the fact that you stored the image in your wiring, you'd remember this face anywhere after his escape at Animus. For a man about to pulverize someone's head with a claw hammer, he looks remarkably cool and confident, as though this is just a step in a larger plan. Baxter. Dr. Baxter's body sits slumped in its chair, apparently the recent victim of a mind-jacking attack. He looks a lot more complete than when you last saw him, though. He certainly looks like Dr. Baxter, according to the background reports you were given. Exit. Okay. Weird. Effectiveness report. Thyroactinase 414B. The use of a wetware-based incapacitating agent has proven fortuitous. In the course of this work, Mr. Kreisel has found the 414B wetware to be effective at subduing the targets while retaining consciousness, but also acts as a primer for the extraction process. The choice of wetware rather than a conventional chemical paralytic also enables a much less precise delivery vector suitable for covert work. The only downside thus far has been 414B's susceptibility to wetware's inherent weaknesses, e.g. temperature, bodily rejection. Alright, I'll bite. Locked.
Locked. I can't leave Regis like that.
What do you want me to do? Isomerase from the lab. Really?
Oh, my head.
Thanks, Max. Great job saving my ass and everything.
Yeah, and sticking me with an injector. You suddenly a medic?
Just a lucky hunch. You going to fill me in on what's going on here?
Later. Update me on the immediate situation first.
Well, the bad news is I saw someone escape through the hatch at the top of that ladder.
Damn. It sounded like she was one of the ringleaders of this plan.
On the other hand, our newest recruit just made her first caller.
New recruit.
Oh yeah, you're going to love this. Ah, damn it, I don't believe it!
It ran out of charge again, didn't it?
She must have overexerted herself. Damn it! I had him right here.
Whoa, what's happening?
We're taking off. Yeah.
The aerostat's taking off.
Where are they taking it?
It doesn't matter. Wherever it is, we need.
You alright, Charlie? I'm not sure how much of that stuff I was supposed to give you.
I'll be fine.
You're in no fit state for any more trouble. Stay down here, try and figure out what they're doing with the girl. I'll find a way to the upper deck.
Alright. Good. Because only you can handle this. Yeah. Alright, subject, the turret. This sounds important. You must understand, the aerostat uses non-flammable lifting gas, not inflammable. These two are opposites. The turret or any other gunfire will not cause an explosion of the gas. This is elementary school chemistry/English. Please don't give me further reasons to doubt your competence. Cobalt actual funeral arrangements. Dear colleagues, cremation and inhumation for Ethan Drummer, formerly Cobalt 6 KIA, will take place at the conclusion of the operation. Until then, please limit disruption to duty and acts of remembrance. From Team Cobalt C3, Subject the A.stat. Yeah, the aerostat's a floating pile of garbage, but it's safer than the last job. If the doc wants you to fix something, you fix it. Control for the flaps has been wired through the 4 junction points in the lower hallway. Great. Good to know. Tax payment. Dear Mr. Keach, following surveillance of your nut activity and public behavior, it appears you are working as a paramilitary contractor. Without having declared this source of income to the Centralized Revenue and Customs Department, please complete attached Form ND1A, or you may be subject to further investigation. Oh, that's funny. Oh no, I don't know where the conduits are. Oh well. This hatch is also locked.
Chantel? Damn! I'll see if I can get her up and running again once this is all resolved.
Let's see if I can borrow his goggle things.
Hey, Regis.
Yes, Dr. Lau?
What have you found?
Find anything useful yet?
Just a length of cable.
Why would I need a steel cable?
You're the tech, you figure it out. I also picked these up while I was finding my way in.
Now
There
that's
we
more
go.
like it.
Done.
I'll check in later.
Damn. Alright. Okay. But where? No. Scalpel. That doesn't need surgery. Neither does that. Neither does that. Okay, I guess just use the wetware.
Wetware's not going to connect with...
God, well, what do you want? You remember seeing a hot spot through the thermal vision underneath here.
That's one of the power junctions pulled.
Well, come on.
That's another done.
Here.
How many of these things are there?
One more here. Yes.
General alarm. Starboard control services compromised.
Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Did it unlock the hatch at least? No.
Locked.
Alright, well, let's see what he has, what ideas he has.
Hey, Regis.
Yes, Dr. Lau?
Status report.
Can I get an update?
We need to get after the people running this aerostat.
Oh, I'm not
and
gonna
this
play dive kick.
conspiracy.
Get out of here.
I'll see what I can do for this girl.
Strange terminal.
Any idea what all this hardware does yet?
Not sure. I can't access the terminal.
Sounds like you need a specialist. I'll tell you what I find.
How you doing?
You feeling any better?
A little. How did you know to come to my rescue?
I broke their comms channels. Figured I owed it to them. Cracked the bug they put in my system and rode the signals back to theirs.
I'll never be able to figure out how you do these things, Max.
Which guarantees my job security.
Central.
Central's gonna be pretty pissed about this. More than usual, I mean.
Is it working again?
Yeah, we fought off the intrusion.
Damn. I was hoping they'd broken it permanently.
Nah, we could handle it. It was a weird attack, though. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Well-trained hackers. Foreign intelligence?
No, better than that. Like, they
know
were
who it
intimately
was,
familiar with
Regis.
Central. Then, as sudden as it had started, the attack halted about 18 hours later.
Chantal.
Chantal's really pulling her weight in this job.
It's a shame it couldn't hold down Kressel, the mind-jacker.
Hey, cut her some slack. She took down 2 heavies on the tarmac.
I'm not going to make any promises about taking her on full-time.
You're just worried about synthetics stealing your job.
You may as well take this now. You seem to be the maid wrangler.
Okay, who are these people?
So, Nita Jiang led us to these people. She's helping us find whoever set you up for Baxter's murder, right?
There's that. And... Max, I haven't been completely honest with you.
There's a surprise. Dr. Cryptic has been withholding info.
Cram it, Lau. These people, they took something from me. Embryos fertilized by myself and by Vicky, my wife.
These people stole your embryos? Your kids?
They needed me to get their memory module for them from Vanderwall. And they knew exactly what my price would be.
Wait, they tried to get you to help them?
They forced me, Max. There was no way I could say no. Those embryos, they were all I had left of her. And because of those people, of all this.
Speaking of changing the subject...
Nina's led us right to the Mindjacker?
He was the blonde one Chantel took down. I heard him gloat about what he'd done. He stores the target's information within his own wiring until he can offload it.
Looks like he's got quite an operation behind him. I guess it's not surprising he's been robbing synapses all over the world. Gotta be for something more than corporate espionage at this rate.
Who's the other one?
Who was escaping through the ceiling hatch? It wasn't the Mindjacker, was it?
No. He's the one Chantel caught, briefly. By the sound of it, the Mindjacker's working for her.
His work is part of a larger plan of hers, then?
Possibly. She's the one running this lab, for sure.
So, the Mindjacker tried to blackmail you because you're on this case?
It's more than that. It sounded personal.
Maybe you've crossed paths before?
No, not with him. But the way he talked, it was like he was out for revenge. Not just that, it's as if he were Baxter looking for revenge.
That's impossible. Baxter's dead, for one thing. Maybe he's his son?
No, he's a Mindjacker. When he drained Baxter, he didn't just get information. He got his motivation as well, and it stuck.
Sounds like he got a lot more than he bargained for.
Yeah, this case is definitely more complicated than you thought.
So, we've caught up with our Mindjacker. We know that he's apparently ripped dozens of prominent individuals in a number of fields.
Including Baxter, some of whom is apparently stuck. Question is, what's all this setup?
What do they plan on doing with the data they've stolen? Straight neural data is hard to process. That is, unless you've got an AI to read it.
Whatever it is, it must involve this girl.
Who's this girl?
Any idea who the thrall in Sconto Blue is?
Not a clue. She must be important to their plan.
Maybe she just wandered into their airfield. A useful test subject for whatever this is.
She was at Cell earlier. She'd been targeted. They must be after her for some reason. I'll do what I can to keep her stable.
Do your best, Regis.
What?
She looks familiar. I can't quite place her, though. I guess I see too many thralls.
Someone blew up her apartment. I don't know who, though. Yeah, okay. Wait, this guy killed Baxter?
So, this Kressel guy, the Mindjacker, he killed Baxter?
And by the sound of it, ripped the contents of his mind first.
When I saw Baxter's head, I thought that either his killer really hated him.
Like I would. Or he was covering up evidence of a mindjacking by destroying his brain tissue.
It's a theory. Sounds like we might be able to back it up.
Okay.
I'll check in later.
So, I saw, oh, there's heat again. I saw a bunch of, they had an outdoor shot of stuff happening, but I didn't really get a good idea of what it actually was.
Not until I find out what's in the crate. If I drop it, it's gone forever.
What's in the crate?
I wonder what this was for.
Probably shooting people.
A box of 16mm depleted uranium armor-piercing ammunition, arranged on belts. They'd make a pretty serious mess out of anything. If Regis would let me carry anything big enough to fire them, that is.
Okay, you can go now. Thank you.
Oops.
Alright. That was it. Oh. I can use... No, I'm not gonna play dive kick. Get out of here. I can use this on her. She's definitely a human though. On this, it doesn't have a personality. On him, it doesn't have a person. So some of them have personalities, some don't. These guards are confusing. What's going on in here? There's just three warm bodies. Okay. CI splitter.
Everything that was her is now in my pockets.
Okay. What's the terminal? It's just a terminal. Can I? No, I didn't think so.
How did I plan on doing that?
I don't know. I wish I had tried tying something to that box now, right, before I threw it out the window.
That's not possible. That should be safer.
Great. Go down.
Sorry, I forgot to bring a parachute.
Also try to look at your stuff.
If I lean out any further, the engine will pull me in.
I don't know that.
I am not reaching into that.
Take the aerostat's turbofan engine until the powerful air current is creating from where you stand. Yeah, I suppose that's fair. Oh, how about this? There you go. Yeah, you show that engine. Didn't expect this to happen.
It won't open from this side.
Ah, I see. Have a scalpel. That doesn't need surgery. Well, you know, scalpels have more than one use. That's so inconsistent. Some have personalities, others don't. Okay, now it's got a personality.
I've breached their comm system. Now it thinks my traveler is part of their network.
Apparently the wireless security was lax enough to allow you to breach the network without physical contact via your wetware. Okay. Now, can I split the personality? It doesn't have personality display. No.
Whoa! That guard by the window almost saw me. I've got to get rid of him. I can't inject that.
Is it empty? It's got something. I guess this is not the place for thermometry. Here, have some ammunition.
I'm afraid not.
No? Okay.
How did I plan on doing that?
Oh, well, I never used this, did I? downward being one less obstacle, the stunner doesn't have the reach necessary to reach it from here. Okay. Fine. That's every item. You consider trying to persuade him of the futility of his position, but you decide against it. They're probably paying him too much for him to change his mind.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3, standing by.
What's your status?
Cobalt 3, what is your status?
Perimeter secure. No sign of hostile.
Copy that.
Abandon the mission. Let's see, we're on starboard.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Copy that. Moving into position.
That was like a desperation move. I never would have tried that.
Verify identity. Voice print required. Cobalt 1-8 Sigma. Voice print confirmed. Please exit targeting zone.
Oh boy. Let's just keep on moving.
Target acquired. Target lost.
That was close.
What? What's turret? Oh, the turret. A ferocious looking automated turret has been set up on the catwalk, clearly to stop you getting at the aerostats control center. Okay. Well.
Verify identity. Voice print required. Password incorrect.
That didn't happen. Okay. What about this?
Verify identity.
Out of charge. Well, then you're useless. Call you again.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3, standing by.
Intruders sighted to starboard.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to starboard side.
Copy that. Already in position for intercept.
Oh.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3, standing by.
Port.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Copy that. Moving into position. Verify identity. Voice print required. Cobalt 1-8 Sigma. Voice print confirmed. Please exit targeting zone.
Oh, down the hatch.
Target acquired. Target lost.
That was close.
Target acquired. Target lost.
That was close.
Gas tab.
Verify identity. Voice print required. Password incorrect.
Oh, come on. I was just trying to tap the gas. Okay. This is garbage, right? Yes.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
Hatch. Though it appears to have been broken in the past, the staples holding the temporary patch in place are too strong to be removed by hand. Well, I have something stronger than a hand. Enjoy gas.
I'm not going... Hey, what happened? Oh, right, helium.
Oh. So now...
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3 standing by.
Go to starboard.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to starboard side.
Copy that. Moving into position. Verify identity. Voice print required.
Cobalt 1, hey, what happened?
Voice print not identified.
No, wait, it's Cobalt 1 8 Sigma.
Voice print not identified. Terminating security threat.
Wait, stop.
Warning, ammunition depleted.
Oh, that's classic.
Yep, they keep helium in here as well.
Target acquired. Warning, ammunition depleted. Entering power save mode.
Good.
Locked.
Okay. Where?
Blast-resistant steel. I'm gonna need something stronger to get through.
Okay. Can I use the wetware on the turret?
Wetware's
No.
not going to connect.
Okay. That doesn't need surgery.
Blast-resistant steel. Blast-resistant steel.
Oh, I'll try the hatch. Okay, good. That's at least a shortcut. Assuming it doesn't lock behind me. Good. Alright. Yeah, kick him. He got what was coming to him.
Wetware's not going.
Okay. Is there anything else here? Just giant helium tanks. I mean, the door could easily explode if I just blew up all the helium tanks on the thing. Wait, no, helium doesn't explode. Hydrogen does. What am I thinking?
Locked.
Locked. Visor is out of charge.
Can I get an update?
I think I've managed to bring the girls' Delta Wave activity down. How about you?
I made it to the upper deck.
Excellent. What can you see?
Armed guard and a UADS auto turret.
Be careful. Those things only take orders from the exact voices they recognize.
Okay. Okay, well, don't want any of the things to be turrets, so... made. For the memory, roll... barman, and then personality chef. Sure. Have I talked? Oh, chefy.
Hello?
Hi there.
Get that door open.
Blast that door. Well?
I'm real sorry, Dr. Knox. I just don't know how to drive this thing.
What?
I could make you a martini, though. Would that help?
No.
Hello?
Hi there.
Status.
How do you feel?
I'm just dandy, thanks. Except I'm all out of ammo.
Sorry about that. I'll see what I can do.
Objective.
What's your primary mission?
You asking me to come help on your case, Dr. Max?
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
Okie dokie.
Well, I don't want the role to be... Oh, I can... Just fill this up, right?
Here you go.
Okay, and then roll turrets. And sounds like this doesn't matter. I guess the memory doesn't matter either.
Hi there.
Get that door open.
Blast that door.
Stop! Stop! Just stop shooting at us. You'll blow the whole damned aerostat up.
I'm about to come in. Place your hands above your heads and remain where you are. Regis, I've got the suspects holed up. What's your status?
Good job, Lau. I've been doing some digging in here. Apparently, their intended destination is Fulcrum Tower.
The tower? In an aerostat?
Oh, she's gonna stun him from behind.
Freeze!
Hi there.
Hi there. Are you alright?
Get nuked. You're the one who tried to kill me in the first place.
No, I didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I saw the data feed from 14E. You were there. You planted the bomb.
What?
And you keep showing up. At cell, here, you're following me. I need to get out of here. Get out of my way. I'll shoot.
No, you won't.
She probably will. It's an out-of-charge signature weapon, but you look like a good person.
I can see it in your eyes, and the way you're holding that weapon. You don't want to shoot. You're a good person.
You don't know me!
Deep down, you know I just want to help you, and you want that help too.
You're not going to shoot me. That's how I...
Regis, you still there?
Uh-oh.
You still in there?
Yes, just don't shoot, please.
Can I get an update?
I think I've managed to bring the girl's Delta Wave activity down.
I made it to the upper deck.
Excellent. Be careful.
Okay. Let's go in through here.
You still in there?
Yes, just don't shoot.
Okay.
Wetware's not going to...
Well, come out then. Hands up.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, nobody home.
It's almost as if we were dead. I guess I'll go find out what's up with him.
Anyone comes through that door, Chantel, you make them regret that decision.
Got it.
Regis! You just shot a cell agent trying to help you!
He tried to kill me!
Hang on, Regis. Wait a minute. I know you. You're the girl who was with Dr. Vargas. Galatea, right?
Gala what?
You alright?
I'll be fine. Apparently it wasn't as empty as I thought. The counter must have had a charging plate.
More to the point, how did she shoot you with your own signature weapon?
I'm not sure.
Hold still.
Obviously.
Just need to scan you. Regis? Why does this girl have half of your genome?
Oh.
What?
This girl, who yesterday was introduced as Dr. Vargas's daughter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Vargas doesn't have a daughter. Oh my god. My god, he couldn't have.
What? What is it?
That son of a bitch. I know who you are, and I'm so sorry.
It's his daughter.
You can't withdraw the embryo now! We're finished without it!
What part of no wasn't clear, Baxter? We've decided not to use our embryos in the project. We'll find another way to do it.
You don't know what's at stake. Our reputations, our whole careers could be made or broken by this.
Dr. Baxter, we've made our decision.
He's poisoned you against us. Don't let his antiquated morals stand in the way of what we can achieve here.
Thanks to Charlie, I've seen things from a more holistic perspective. There's more to life than the project.
Thanks, Vicky.
Thank you, Charlie. We're starting our lives together, and that's what's most important to me.
Whoa.
Oh! Adam, what are you doing?
Do you know what will happen when this project fails? There's nowhere left to go for me after this. My career is in ruins. I've no future without this project. Do you see, Dr. Regis? You have ended me. You have ended me. Vicky.
Well, I think he kind of signed the...
My God. So that means that this girl is...
They must have continued their research after I left the project. Duplicated the embryo to use as a baseline.
Wait, that means I'm your... Oh, Nuke, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Max, this is my daughter. What was that?
The engines have cut out.
Or we've arrived. Uh-oh.
Damn, they got past.
Looks like we're not just stopped. We're docked. Uh-oh. I recognize that office.
Galatea, my dear, don't do this!
It's too late to stop me now, Father.
Damn it.
She sealed the elevators. I'll try a breach.
Charlie, we must stop them. I fear her plans risk endangering the entire city.
Cram it, you son of a bitch. You cloned my embryos after Vicky was gone. Then you continued the experiments after I was out of the picture.
Dr. Regis, I can only imagine how you must feel.
What did I just say? You don't get to talk. Max, what do we know about this? About Galatea's plan?
Well, she has a dense storage module full of stolen mind states. And apparently she's now taken Central's processor core by force.
Central's nature.
She's going to change Central's fundamental nature.
How? It plans outcomes based on input from millions of trance users in the city.
Exactly. She's going to give it a more fixed frame of reference.
I fear that you are correct, doctors. As it stands, Central serves not merely to coordinate city operations.
It doesn't?
No, Dr. Lau. In fact, this may represent one of mankind's greatest achievements. I have been using its position, one of absolute trust and resources, to teach it.
Teach it? About what?
About life, the world, the human condition, what it means to share the world with us. I and the city have given it a position on high, from which it can observe everything.
At the cost of its duties to the city?
I believe not, Dr. Regis. However, Galatea shared your concern. She believes it important that Central's intellect be suitably equipped sooner rather than later.
Oh, God. Regis, what do we have to do to the maid when we wanted it to behave in a different way?
We gave it a new personality.
She's taken the mind states of experts across a number of fields. She wants to combine them into a gestalt, all-knowing personality for Central.
Galatea wishes to skip over the years of education it may otherwise have taken and create an all-knowing leader for the city overnight.
With a combined experience of about 8 centuries from the mind-jacking victims.
Please, you must stop her. She'll have to upload the gestalt personality from the cortex matrices at the top of the tower.
We'll stop her, but I'm not doing this for you, Central, or the city. It's for the people whose lives have been the cost of your glorious work. For Vicky, for our kids. Come on, Lau.
Other daughter can just stay there.
Nina, I did not know you were still here.
Nobody else is doing any work. It looks like it's up to me to salvage this project.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate your attitude. But we have lost half of our team in one fell swoop. Poor Viksha. I cannot say that I blame Charlie for removing the embryos from the project after that.
Mm-hmm. Embryos.
I know that look, Nina. There is something that you are hiding.
Maybe.
My God, this data. You...
Here's the thing about embryos. While they're at the 6 to 8 cell stage, they're very easy to split. It's been the basis of cloning for a century. It's how twins are made.
You duplicated Viksha and Charlie's embryo.
Mm-hmm. He's happy he's got his embryo back. I'm happy that I've got another 3 full embryos to continue the project.
I'm not sure what to say.
Say thanks to me, and say nothing to Charlie. When Central is born, he'll assume we found another solution. This can just be our little secret.
So is Central just a giant living computer?
We're getting a signal. The antenna's broadcasting. Now use the controls in the turbine room to give us access to the tower's security.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say about what happened earlier.
Hey, get nuked! You tried to kill me.
I didn't know.
Yeah, like that makes it any better. And for what? A bunch of embryos?
Proper introduction time.
I guess we already got an introduction at Cell.
Huh. I suppose we did. I think the tone of that was wrong, though.
What, for meeting your daughter for the first time in jail?
That's not what I meant. Let's try starting again. Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a cell case specialist.
Latha, Skanto bum and trans addict. And apparently the target of a whole lot of people trying to kill her.
I'm really sorry about what happened. If I'd known you were there.
I nearly died! I've been running for my life because of you!
Latha, I'm going to do whatever I can to make this right. Whether or not it's even possible, I'm going to try.
Go nuke yourself. The only reason I'm still here is that you don't have a reason to kill me anymore.
Ouch. What are they trying to do, though?
What are these people trying to do?
First, they stole the mind states of prominent individuals around the world. And then, they stormed Central itself.
They want to change how it thinks using a combination of these minds? What do they get out of it?
Philosophical completeness. This girl's been raised to believe that fostering Central is her life's mission. As she sees it, this is the right way to give Central completeness.
And she's my clone.
Neither of you is more clone than the other. Apparently, the original embryo was split. At least twice.
Where have you been my entire life? I was raised by the city.
I didn't know. Vargas covered up the theft of the embryos. If I'd known you'd been born, life would have been so different, so much better. For both of us.
Hey, my life turned out fine. I'm a creator. If kids would have made your life so much better, why not unfreeze the embryos when you had the chance?
I was worried. Somehow it didn't seem right. I couldn't give them the life they deserved without Vicky, without their mother.
Sounds like you wasted an opportunity.
Man, just digging deep with those daggers there.
When this is over, we need to catch up.
Are you serious?
I want to learn who you are. Find out about you.
You tried to kill me. Now you expect me to just let you in?
All right, maybe that was optimistic. But please, once this is done, at least let me tell you about your mother.
Vargas.
Something's not right with Vargas. The way he looks at me.
He sees the little girl he's been raising as his daughter for 20 years. He's a monster.
How? He just sounds like a soft old man.
That's an impression that comes to him naturally. It helps him get what he wants. In reality, his priorities are so skewed he'll do anything he can to succeed.
Lau?
I spoke to that other agent Lau.
What did you think?
She's alright. Less of a tight ass than you. I think she understands what I'm going through better.
She's a lot younger than I am. I can't wrap my head around this trance stuff kids do.
That and she's not the one who tried to murder me.
We've been through this before. I was an accident.
Last time I saw you, it was in the waiting room at Cell. How did you get out?
I had help from Jinsel.
Who?
From Jahelia, an underground net org.
They're the ones who found out that you planted the bomb. They gave me a way out, and I ran to find them.
And they led you to the aerostat?
Actually, from the way they were talking, it sounds like Jinsel was the one who handed me over to them. I'm not sure who I can trust right now. You've got a history with Central, don't you?
I was part of the team that created it, along with Vargas and your mother.
So you want to protect your legacy here?
Not in Central. I left before the project was completed. It was dependent upon them having the embryos. Apparently they kept copies behind to work on.
Central's an organic computer?
An understatement. Like saying Hanford mainframe is a powerful calculator. It was designed with a new style of consciousness in mind. If its organic components came from the same embryos, then that means...
We're related? Why were embryos needed in Vargas's experiments?
Embryos were going to be modified to extrapolate neural tissue growth. They couldn't use dummy growth embryos. They don't undergo neural development.
And you objected to them using your own embryos?
So did Vicky, in the end. Thank you for speaking with me.
The perfect way to end that conversation. That was the tone of the entire thing.
Max.
Yeah, Regis?
You alright?
How are you holding up?
I'm a little awestruck. Never thought I'd see Central's core.
Especially not under attack.
Exactly. How about you?
I'm fine.
Regis.
Nothing's wrong.
How do you think I'm taking it? I discovered that the man who killed my wife has been after me from beyond the grave.
On the plus side, you found you have a daughter. You need to work out what you can do to protect what you have now.
Perhaps you're right. What's the situation?
Central's lost its connection to city infrastructure. Backup systems are holding for now, so nobody's going to get hurt because of it.
It must be because of what they're doing to the core.
Galatea sealed herself inside the Cortex processor, at the top of the tower. It's likely she's trying to apply the mind state she's stolen.
Trying to alter how Central thinks.
Making the kind of governor she finds more agreeable.
She can't stay in there forever.
She doesn't have to. If we leave her too long, we could lose Central.
As we know it, anyway.
Time to split up, I guess. But what about this power room?
We need to get to the control consoles in the turbine room.
Good idea. Then we can shunt the allocated power around. Nina, Dr. Zhang, wants power for the tower's transceiver. That'll allow her hackers to dismantle Central's programming.
But then there'll be nothing. It'll be like lobotomizing the city.
Temporarily, until they organize a replacement. The alternative would be shunting the power back to Central.
Then it could help us break the Cortex room's security seal.
But it's no good talking about it if we can't get to the console.
We need to bring him in. I guess this is one of those situations where Central would use the term neutralize.
Split up.
We might need to split up. We can cover more ground that way.
Good thinking. Time's short. We can coordinate our actions if we need to work together.
Done.
We'll catch up later.
Sure.
Okay, processor core, body. What's with this body? Most of this man's body has been crushed by the elevator platform. You're not sure whether he fell first, but the eventual result has rendered that point moot. Alright. Good job, elevator. The antenna has already been deployed and is apparently working as planned. Great. Let's take a look at this thing. Whoa.
My God. They actually did it.
Look at that single embryo.
No way in hell I'm getting in that thing.
Well, this is why we split up. Screens. The screens don't control anything, they're just data readouts, okay? I'm not gonna read any of that data though. I'm just gonna comment about it. Okay, does this mean I can switch to them? Okay, yes. For her, this is the coolest thing ever.
Whoa, what is this stuff?
Your sister.
Whoa.
Data shunt. Jinsil. Okay. I'm pretty sure that Jinsil's a traitor. So I'm gonna go in here. Okay, it's Central. How's it going, Central? Connection to visual systems. Every camera in the city. Intruder. Get him. Can we shoot this guy? Please. Okay. Guess not. But at least we know he's there.
What is this?
It's Central. You know that already.
Good evening, Miss Sesame.
Central? Are you connected to this system as well?
From a certain frame of reference. This system is Central. You are currently interfaced with my core processor.
This room.
The room full of orange globes is your core processor?
Only part of it. My processor spans the top 5 floors of Fulcrum Tower. The room in which your body resides is my organic processor network. The simulated environment you currently perceive is an interface that covers my architecture.
You're an organic computer.
I've only ever seen organic computing at the microscale. What's with the huge globes?
Those are neural processors. Each is filled with specialized tissue clusters. Suspended in wetware, they represent thousands of minds worth of processing capability.
You use brain tissue?
Of a specially designed nature in vast quantities. Similar to that found within your own cerebrum.
Why would they create you like that?
It allows for a unique structure to my thought and to my development. Central is no mere civic manager. I was created as the next stage in artificial intelligence.
My own cerebrum?
Wait, you said our brain tissue is similar.
You are Latha Sesame SN134244. We share a common genesis in Dr. Varga's experiments in 2067.
You're using my gray matter?
Inaccurate. We both began from the same embryo, which was split into 3 triplets. One was developed to produce large quantities of neural tissue.
And the others were spares?
As the modification to the brain structure took place before the pluralization, we share a number of traits which enhance our comprehension of data.
It's funny. All my life I kept telling people I was made for the trance.
As were we both. The prenatal modifications remain within you and have affected brain development.
The trance was made for her. Well, no one told you because no one knew.
I grew up in a nuked-up care home in the back end of the city, and Regis apparently had his children stolen from him. Why didn't you tell any of us about this?
Deceit has created a most regrettable situation. You have both been victims of serious crimes against your persons. I have only recently been made aware of these details.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you where you came from?
Details have been falsified for my input. I have been unaware of our links. I had, however, noted inconsistencies in the information I had been given regarding the project.
Gaps in the story.
I have been conducting my own clandestine investigation into the matter. It is only in light of the recent crisis that I have been able to confirm the truth.
Now that you know about it, what are you going to do?
I am unable to change the fact that I was created. There is evidence of Dr. Vargas's culpability in a number of felonies.
You don't say.
To ensure city security, he will be held accountable for his actions by a secure committee.
Frankenstein's monster rises up against its creator.
I act only in the city's interest.
So what's going on then?
Do you know what's happening out there?
My flow of data from outside the tower has been severed. It appears that Galatea Vargas is attempting to modify core systems without authorization. Based upon the lockdown and lack of submitted proposals, it is likely to be a radical alteration. This cannot be permitted.
What would I do,
sister? You need to
sister?
stop Galatea, but maybe I should just leave it to the trained cell agents.
Our situation is grave. We are unlikely to receive outside support in time. As such, all personnel assets within the core must be utilized.
So, you want my help?
Your unique physiology enables a connection to the organic systems available to no other. In addition, your 65,717 logged hours of transactivity suggest proficiency in this field.
Is it really that many?
Your support within the interactive environment greatly increases our chances of success.
So, what do?
Can you do anything else to help us stop Galatea?
She appears to have barricaded herself within the Cortex processor at the top of the tower. There are 3 layers of redundant security, 2 of which I have no access to whatsoever. However, I can apply my considerable processor volume to decryption of its adaptive barrier.
That's amazing. The power of the city's entire AI versus a door encryption?
But as my connections have been limited by her attack...
Sounded too good to be true.
If extra power can be routed to my systems from the turbine room, I can breach part of the door's security barrier. It would also allow me to prevent any further opportunistic attacks from outside parties.
What do you think about Regis?
Do you know Dr. Regis?
I am aware of the activities of everyone within the city. Regis, Charles, Doctor, Case Specialist, Centralized Emergency Logistics Office.
That's him. He tried to kill me last night.
This is incorrect. Tried implies effort towards a targeted outcome. Analysis of data provided indicates that he has made no attempt on your life.
But my apartment? He destroyed it? He admitted it.
This is correct. It appears that his goal was material destruction under duress. Knowing of your presence, probability that he would have carried out such actions drops to 21.4%.
You're saying he wouldn't have done it?
Dr. Regis is often uncooperative and has a difficult working attitude. Despite such quirks, behavior patterns indicate justice as a key motivator. If he had known of potential civilian casualties, he would likely have sought assistance against said blackmailers from his partner.
Huh. So you're saying he's one of the good guys?
As much as could be mathematically determined.
What about those embryos?
Dr. Regis was chasing a bunch of embryos they took.
A set fertilized by Drs. Charles and Viksha Regis. One of these was utilized in research in 2067.
That was the one that was split. That became me, Galatea, and you? So, in a way, you're my sister?
An overly romanticized style. The organic tissue that is the foundation of my processor was created from her. Modified stem cells were drawn from the primary embryo in a destructive process.
Oh, so you were made from bits of my unborn sister?
That is more accurate.
Did I ask this already?
Can you do anything else to help us stop Galatea?
She appears to have barricaded herself within their but
sound
if extra it would
okay.
Let me get back to you.
Please try not to damage my hardware.
That was the cameras. Oh. There's another level. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's where I have to hack into. Lau, you're on it. Vargas office. Actually, let's switch to Regis. We can go up that elevator and see what's going on. Okay, so she said power needs to be rerouted, which could be just switches, or it could be a whole lot of wetware. Trance stuff. Let's just go up and see what happens. He's also dead. Turbine room. Okay. Hold on. Electroshock weapon with an output of between 2 and 8 million volts. This tool uses an ultraviolet laser to perform blah 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 blah. Okay, we know that already. While intended as a compliance tool rather than a lethal weapon, care must be taken as to prevent accidental fatalities. Okay. Array of hazardous looking machinery that makes up part of Central's power systems. System of moving platforms, apparently for shifting drones to the different levels of conduits running through the building. Those should be obvious. Mounting a desperate last line of defense. You're uncertain how long the mine jacker can hold out for. Okay. I'm gonna stay here. And not you. Lao. There we go. Okay. Call the elevator. And Jesus. Go down. Oh, we're already down. Alright. Don't crush that guy then. Go up again. What's over there? Control center. Sounds like a good place. Okay. Lock power, lock system security, lock command access. Denied. The power of the maglocks have been cut, but the scrambler remains active and the door's override has not been activated. Apparently the door won't open while the scrambler is active. So does that mean that I have to restore the power? The door is resistant to physical damage. Another way to open it will need to be found. I wasn't trying to damage it. She still has her jolt gun thing. Okay, if she can't help, no one can. Jeez.
Wetware's not going to connect with... Wetware's not... Better not risk... Wetware's not going...
Okay, you don't want to...
Better not risk...
with anything, huh? How about throwing the scalpel at the guy? Okay. No? Alright.
Hey, Regis.
Yeah?
The power room.
We need to get to the control consoles in the turbine room.
Good idea. Then we can shunt the allocated power around.
Yeah, good idea.
Nina, Dr. Zhang, wants power for the tower's transceiver. That'll allow her hackers to dismantle Central's programming.
But then there'll be nothing. It'll be like lobotomizing the city.
Temporarily, until they organize a replacement. The alternative would be shunting the power back to Central.
Then it could help us break the Cortex room security seal.
But it's no good talking about it if we can't get to the console.
We need to bring him in. I guess this is one of those situations where Central would use the term neutralize.
Okay.
We'll catch up later.
Sure.
Switch to Regis. There's probably something else you can do somewhere. Wonder. All I've seen are those boots sticking out like a wicked witch. Wrench. That's good. Okay, now stand off of the platform. Up we go. stay there for now. Yes, yes.
A large, sturdy wrench that was apparently carried by the engineer under the elevator. I'm not sure what that would involve.
Literally throwing a wrench into the works.
I'm not sure what... I can't figure that out.
Never heard that before? Okay. Let's go back to you. And I thought this platform, like that platform there, went back down, but apparently not. Alright, let's take a look here. Call service drone. Go there. Terrible puzzle. Looks like I can't cut power to the... Oh! There we go. This is more like it. You know what? Back to you.
Hi there.
Latha? I'm not sure what I was thinking.
Okay. Let's get everyone in here. Yeah.
Hi there.
Hey, Latha.
Okay. It's already under your control. Well, technically no, it's under hers, but alright. Two, huh? There we go.
Huh. Guess it just got eaten up by the machinery.
Oh. Alright, let's try that again. Enter conduits.
It just got eaten up by the machinery.
Okay, how do I turn off? That second turbine. Turbine 1 power somewhere? No? Okay. Well. You really backed yourself into a corner here, huh? No. That's...
Guess it just got eaten up by the machinery.
Okay. Oh no, I wanna keep that up. Let's go explore for items I might have missed. Are you just a body? No.
This could be useful.
Yeah, that could be useful. Oh yeah? You can't trust your aim to get a grenade close enough, but if you could get a grenade into the machinery somehow. Okay. Here, have a grenade. Pull the pin, then carefully place the grenade into the drone's storage. I hope it doesn't blow up. Whoa! That's not cool. Okay. Power off. Grenade, Oh. Yeah. Like that. And Lau can do the rest. It's not exactly how I was expecting him to go down. Nina. Enable access to Central.
Thank you. I am beginning the process of removing the scrambler on the server room door. I have removed the scrambler. Partial access restored. We are one step closer to restoring continuity to civic processes.
Okay. Then I'm done here, looks like.
That's not possible.
Alright. Back to you. You're done here. You're also done here. Up we go. Open up. Open further. Okay, let's see if we can watch it unscramble or something. No, I didn't say that. There we go. The elevator switch. Alright, now go up.
I'd better not touch it. I might risk harming Central.
I find this to be... No, I'm not playing dive kick. Go away. Jesus.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
Control center. 2 out of 3 things. Lack power. override command needs to be given to force the door to open. Okay. We'll give the command. Well, she's trying her best, it seems like. Well, I don't know. That floating balloon thing from earlier, isn't it?
I understand Central's organic component, but I've no idea what this is for.
Okay. Assuming you have no power here. No pun intended. The override command needs to be given to force the door to open. Is that like in the creepy hive mind room? Let's try this. I don't think I've tried this one yet. The antenna has already been deployed. Okay.
Wow, talk about organic computing.
Yes.
I have no idea where to begin. Biologicals are Regis's thing.
So you're doing okay, right?
She needs professional help and careful handling. She's out of it.
You wonder whether you should have stopped her.
I'd want to run a diagnostic before trying that. The organic component of Central's mind. I wonder if Regis has realized that this matter probably shares a lot of DNA with him.
I think he knows. I think it's walkthrough time. I'll be back in a second. Okay. This is one of the biggest stretches I've seen in a long time. Power conduit.
Power conduit Alpha, temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
So I'm probably not gonna make it, but no, I'm definitely not gonna make it. So I'm probably gonna have to wait those 30 seconds out. I'm just gonna go down.
Power system cycled. Reinitializing conduit Alpha.
Okay. Actually, let me go down another level. Just to make sure. I'm sure. And switch to Lao. Touch this thing.
Power conduit Alpha, temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
Switch to Regis. Up. Use the wrench. No. Okay, take it. Use it.
That'd be a waste.
Well.
Power system cycled. Reinitializing conduit Alpha.
Here we go. Power conduit. I can't reach it from this distance, apparently. Okay, back to Lao. Touch the thing.
Power conduit Alpha, temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
Back to Regis. Unable to reach it at this distance.
Hi.
Oh boy.
Power conduit Beta, temporary shutdown. All power systems cycled. Deactivating security systems.
That was ridiculous. Even after I knew what to do, it was still confusing. Alright, into this control room. Final boss time.
Galatea, step away from the console.
No need for violence. I surrender. You're just slightly too late to stop me, though. Huh?
What is this place?
Ghosts.
Can't reach them.
Subject, Fontenay Matthew, Emergency Services Director, SoCal. Date Incorporated, 30th March, 2087. Subject, Cross Zera, Population Trends Analyst, Toronto. Date Incorporated, 14th May, 2087. Okay, I think I get it.
Ah, Dr. Pereira.
Suddenly she's a doctor.
So good to finally be working with someone of real talent.
No, I'm Mandala.
Ah, I apologize, my dear.
Why did you think I was Viksha?
Wait, why'd you think I was Viksha? Dr. Pereira.
The family resemblance is unmistakable.
How can you see my face? We're in the trance.
I see your mind, my dear. Of that similarity, there can be no confusion.
Who are you? Creepy guy?
Who are you exactly?
Adam Baxter, PhD. Delighted to meet you, Miss Mandala.
He's got a PhD.
You're Baxter?
He's more than a doctor.
Or I believe as such.
You're his memories. That mindjacker stole your consciousness.
That is an interesting theory, my dear.
Okay. That is an interesting theory. Is it true?
You know Dr. Regis?
That name is an all-consuming catalyst of hatred. But I can't for the life of me remember why.
Yeah,
you killed his wife. His evidence put you away for 20 years. And apparently he's my father.
It feels as though, for many years, I've wanted nothing more than to strangle the life out of him. But while I know I hate him, I do not understand why.
What is this place?
What is this place? We're obviously still in the trance, but...
I had been wondering about that myself.
All of these cages, it's like a prison.
I do not believe so. I know prisons all too well. Having been here for some time, this is more of a waiting room.
Ghosts.
What are all these ghosts? They're just standing there, staring.
I've been putting my mind, or what's left of it, to the question. If this is a waiting room, there might perhaps be other guests?
They aren't nearly as detailed as what's left of you. Maybe they needed more of your mind than of theirs.
Perhaps the Watchers have merely resigned themselves to their fate.
What can you remember?
What can you remember?
Professional memory. I could relate much of my academic career to you.
What about your time in prison?
I was in prison?
How about your childhood?
Nothing. This is most troubling, I must say.
Obviously, Galatea decided they didn't need those memories. Anything else?
That is a difficult question to answer. It's only by looking for memory that one knows it isn't there. Everything else is just feelings, shreds here and there.
You've still got enough to be cognate.
An interesting philosophical issue. How much memory is needed for the threshold of consciousness?
Is there a way out, though?
Is there a way out of here?
All I can see is nothingness, filled with icosahedral cages. Although, the way you feel...
Me? I feel fine.
No. You are pulling us, drawing us in, as though you are where we ought to be going.
There's no way out through me. Dead end in my brain. Oh, Nuke. That's the whole point.
What's the whole point?
The personalities in here. The ghosts. I'm connected to a system that's trying to upload them into my wiring. My brain.
Myself included, it would appear. I have enough awareness to understand that this is not a desirable situation for you.
You think?
I shall do what I can to slow them. You must find a way to freeze the march of the mind states.
Mind states. I need to stop it.
The personalities in here. The ghosts. I'm connected to a system that's trying to upload them into my wiring. My brain.
Myself included, it would appear. I have enough awareness to...
You think?
You killed my mother.
You killed my mother. In the lab, you killed Vicky Pereira.
I did? I'm sorry, my dear. I have no recollection of such a thing.
I guess they didn't take those memories from you.
One ought to remember something as significant as that.
I guess I've only got Dr. Regis' word to go on now.
Regis?
I've got to figure this out.
Don't wander too far.
Can't reach them.
Well, that's as far as I can move.
Yes, my dear?
The personalities in here. The ghosts. I'm connected to a system that's trying to upload them into my
Myself?
Yes. I've talked to you as much as I could.
I've got to figure this out.
Don't wander too far.
Can I jack out? Nope. No. Insufficient user credentials for function disconnect. Ouch. That's something you don't want to have. I guess I should contact my sysadmin. Daddy.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Latha, where are you?
I'm stuck in a trance sim. It's full of ghosts.
A sim? Oh no. The lock was a ruse to get you to connect to the Cortex system.
What did you do?
I've just added the final component for Central's new personality. I'd already acquired the expertise, the minds from all over the world.
Then you needed a way to make them compatible.
Precisely. But there are only 3 examples in the world of the neural architecture used in Central. The matter already in use, my own brain tissue, of course,
And your sister.
In a few minutes, the organic memory module will have finished imprinting over Latha's mind. Central will have received the upgrade it deserves. Dozens of lifetimes of
that's
expertise.
what the ghosts are.
You're killing her!
In only the most technical sense.
The
Don't worry,
mind-jacking
Father.
victims.
You'll still have me.
Corpseman, remove her.
Hello?
We've got to get her out of this. Get her out of that damn chair!
There's too much neural activity. The interrupt will leave her brain dead. We'll have to find something we can do at this end.
Can we just pull the module?
I don't think so. The interrupt in the data flow will probably leave her brain damaged. Maybe if we could get it to stop the transfer, though.
Servers.
What's with all the water?
It's a coolant. The systems work at their peak around -40°C.
She must have cut the power to the coolant systems to work in here.
I don't think the wetware in the module would like it either.
Hatch.
A power switch. It's been turned off. Lau, why was the memory module in Vanderwall's refrigerator?
I don't know for sure, but I think it's because of its wetware. Like any organic system, it has a peak temperature at which it operates, about 15°C.
So, he might have been trying to get it to stop by lowering its temperature.
Unsuccessfully, since it managed to override his wetware.
But the theory's sound, right?
Hey, stop!
His kitchen refrigerator wasn't enough. If we power up the freezer in here, we can bring it down to -40.
If you power it up now, the door will lock as the system cycles. Yeah, but we'd be trapped in here for at least 4 hours, in lethal cold.
Okay.
Can we just pull the module?
I don't think so.
Servers. Some other things. What's out here?
It's a noble sacrifice she's making for the good of the city.
You do it.
Yes, Doctor.
Carry on, Corpseman.
No, arrest her.
This must be a great day for you. You finally get to meet the children you never knew you even had.
Yeah, and one's evil, one's going to die, and the other's a giant computer that I hate.
I look forward to my position as caretaker as soon as the new personality is online.
Okay. Can I just hit you on the head with a wrench?
Nah.
That's too mean. So it looks like
a big old
can't go
jolt's not gonna make it
downstairs
work.
either to the
A big old
Matrix
jolt's not
room.
gonna make it work.
Hey, stop! I want to save Latha, but I'm not going to let you freeze us to death doing it.
That's fine. Get outside before I throw the switch.
I can't let you do this, Regis.
What are you gonna do, stun me?
If I have to, but I don't think you're going to risk killing me in here. If I stay, you live.
Yeah, that's a good theory. But not if I hit you over the head with a wrench.
Take this.
Oh, wow.
We've got to stop the simulation trapping Latha, somehow.
What are you gonna do with the wrench, though?
Can we just pull the module?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay, go back to Latha. Hello? Help, please.
Yes, my dear?
I need to stop this.
I've got to figure this out.
Don't wander.
Where am I gonna go?
Can't reach them.
And they're from everywhere, huh? Chinsil. Okay, that's nothing new.
A connection to the Chishiki Media Network. Pretty much the best, or only, place to go for Meat Space news.
Nothing interesting. Sport is happening. Weather's okay. Holidays in orbit. Okay, so it's gotta be him. What haven't I tried?
We've got to stop the simulation.
Can we do anything to the Cortex servers themselves?
If we had more time, I could hook my own wetware up to it. It'd take hours to sort through the normal operational garbage, though.
Can we do anything to the Cortex?
If we had more, it'd take hours.
Okay.
This must be a great day. You find...
Nina, can you hear me? No answer. Either it's not working or she's just biding her time.
Well, that's fine. Sense of alertness radiating from her like microwaves. Could have used a better metaphor there.
We've got to stop the simulation trapping Lotha, somehow.
So the only things in here are the servers, the memory module, and the switch. And I gave her my wrench, so I can't do anything. The one time. Oh, can I call it Central? Huh.
Sorry, Max.
That's been uncharged the entire game.
Sir, you shot her.
Carry on, Corpseman. Make sure she's safe until she comes around.
Yes, sir.
And give me my wrench back.
I know she'll do fine with...
Alright, flip that switch.
Warning. Coolant systems active. Target value, -40 Celsius. Beginning maintenance cycle. Estimated completion, 6 hours.
You said 4.
Nothing else I can do now.
I can't make it that long.
What's happening? Something's disrupting the connection.
Whatever it is, it feels very restful.
What? Oh no, Regis, Corpseman, how long have I been out?
A couple of hours, ma'am. Dr. Regis asked me to make sure you were okay before he went back in there.
Into the Cortex server? Oh no, he didn't.
He did.
Regis! Regis, hang on!
There are a few things I regret. No matter what I do, there's nothing that can change most of them.
She's safe, Regis, you got her out!
That's good. Maybe with what I've done now, I can fix the most important ones.
Like not listening
hang on,
to
Regis,
people.
we're almost in!
I've wasted so many years. Out of shame, out of fear. If I have one more chance. One more.
You idiots, stand up and get out of here.
Regis! I can't feel anything. Get the medic! Don't do this. Don't do this, Charlie.
Hi. Max, Dr. Lau, told me you'd be here since you left the hospital.
Did she now?
Yeah. She said this was your special place? I kinda know what that's like. I've got one of my own.
Lotha, I need to say it again. I'm sorry.
Damn right you should be. You nearly killed me. But Lau also told me what you did in the tower.
It was the right thing to do.
It was more than that. You almost died. And I think it goes a hell of a long way to making up for before.
We have a lot of catching up to do. How about we start again? From scratch. Hi, I'm Charlie Regis. I'm a cell agent. I have difficulty with change, and I'm apparently a father.
Hey, I'm Latha. I'm a trance addict and I've spent the last 2 years jobless. I'd also like to learn about where I came from.
Take a seat. Let me tell you about your mother.
Well, what are we going to do?
Gentlemen, please. There's no cause for concern.
My dear, we have all sunk quite a considerable investment into this project. Oh my, yes.
Dr. Regis going to tell Central everything that happened.
Indeed, we must find some way to avoid implication. Doctors Regis and Lau are only 2 people, and we have powerful legal connections. Oh my, yes.
I believe that though the project cannot succeed, we must salvage what we can.
Good thinking.
That is why I've decided to turn state's witness and aid in your prosecution.
What?
God.
Is that enough for you, Charlie?
Central's heard plenty. Chairman Ron, I'm arresting you for attempted disruption of the city's infrastructure.
Okay, I get it. How much you want?
Due to the political and high-profile nature of your crimes, sentencing will be carried out by secret tribunal.
What?
That means no lawyers.
You would have a hard time prosecuting me for any such thing, Dr. Regis.
He's right. We can't arrest him. Despite how he looks, he's not people.
No, but we can confiscate you as evidence. I imagine nobody will want to take responsibility for your actions, though.
That's great.
You're going to be in the lockup for a long time anyway.
Oh, my.
Come on.
A job well done. Another triumph for justice.
I'm amazed. No, disgusted that Central agreed to your plea bargain.
What can I say? Networking is my thing. Remember, I'm always here if you need my help.
I can't believe you turned it down. The city council was practically begging to give you the job.
It didn't feel right. I didn't deserve it.
Well, since they had to retire Dr. Vargas and you refused it, they had to give the job to Chigwa.
And I'm sure she'll make a fine Central coordinator. After all, she's one of the only people left alive and not incarcerated who knows how it works.
You could have been the most powerful man in the city. I could have been best pals with the most powerful man in the city.
Sorry, you'll just have to butter up to Dr. Chigwa.
Should have figured you wouldn't take it. You'd need more adversity before earning something like that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have anything to complain about.
Speaking of complaining, how's the new recruit doing?
She's unconventional, and everyone's noticing it. Not quite getting along with everyone, but that's not what she's here for. Got quite a brain on her, though, hasn't she?
Takes after her mother.
How do I look?
Of course.
That's how do I look, sir, to you.
Whatever.
Better note problems with authority on the conduct report.
Takes after her father.
Ha! Central. Any update on Nina?
Dr. Nina Zhang is under special observation.
Like witness protection?
Probably something like that. But still, I wish Central could tell us what she was up to.
Ah, Galatea. So good to finally meet in person. How do you like my lab? I used to work here with your father, you know.
Which one?
Oh, very witty. It's a sharp mind you've got. I should know. I helped design it.
I take it I should be thanking you for getting me out of prison?
Let's just say I have contacts in the right place. You see, I need your help. Please lie in the scanner.
What? Why?
With Regis's decision, I am unable to pursue my own research on large-scale AI platforms. My only option would be to start from scratch.
Build your own central? That's ambitious. You'd need... Oh.
You've got your mother's insight, indeed. There exist only a few examples of the neural tissue needed for such a platform. Within Central, it is too closely guarded, but I know where else it can be found.
Hey, get out of my way! You can't be serious! Tell him to get out of my way!
We both have grand plans regarding the future of AI in this world, except that yours have failed. Get in the scanner, please.
You won't get away with this! Central will know I'm missing!
My dear, Central already knows. When it learned what I was trying to do clandestinely, its interest was piqued.
The scanners have been calibrated, Dr. Zhang. We are prepared for initial scale probe.
No!
I shan't say this again. Get in the scanner.
Man, she's... like, what a horrible person. What a good game. There were a couple, like, really, really bad adventure game style, like, why would you ever think that that's the way to do the thing kind of progression moments, but otherwise pretty good. I haven't seen a game that stuck to the 2D aesthetic this hard in a long time. Like, they really got in there. A lot of games are, you know, they go for like the pixel aesthetic, and they're like, this is 8-bit or, you know, classic pixel style retro. But this is actually like this is hard pixels. You can see them, and you can see the parts where they had to be like, oh, we can't use this color because then it wouldn't be 16-bit anymore. Also a good story. There were a lot of, like, you know, as is typical with cyberpunk, a lot of, like, human, not rights, but, like, ethical dilemma kind of things, like, you know, cloning, the ever-present computers, the AI stuff. And of course the music was good, because it's a cyberpunk pixel game. By definition, it has to be good or you failed. Oh yeah, I also really liked the trance stuff. Just that as a mechanic was a good way around a lot of typical, like, you know, there is a guard and you have to find a way around him puzzles. Like, instead of that, it's like, you know, connect to the trance and you know, do what you need to do to activate the door or whatever. I don't know. A lot, except where it was like really obviously just insane clown logic. The puzzles were like pretty good for this genre, which is very rare. It's either stick a piece of duct tape to a cat to fake a mustache, or Telltale style games. So I'm glad to see something that it isn't entirely you know, completely simple, but it had a few problem puzzles. Anyway, that's the game. Next I will be streaming
I know I've let you down. I've been a fool to myself. I thought that I could live for no one else. But now, through all the hurt and pain, it's time for me to respect the ones you love me more than anything. So with sadness in my heart,